one thing, just some general comments. You could see, call it what you want, a progression or whatever, a loading of the drill, but what Dan did there is he took you from a very simple kind of ledge, whatever, into a way to learn the shot, to a point where you are reacting to a defense. And that's what he means by a progression or loading of a drill. You start very simple, and you gradually make it more and more complicated. Like really, when you look at the game of basketball, it can be divided into two parts. There are the motor skills of basketball, like how to shoot, how to dribble, how to pass, how to block out, all the skills that we want kids to have. But that's only a part of it. The other part of it is the decision making, right? Like when to pass, when to shoot, when to dribble. And gradually, as you can see in those drills, the kids have to make those decisions based upon a defense, and they're scanning the floor and making the decision. And I would suggest to you that we could sit and watch any game of basketball and chart mistakes, and the mistake would either be a mistake of motor skills or a mistake of decision making. For instance, a kid is dribbling, he dribbles it off his foot, it goes out of bounds. That's obviously he didn't dribble the ball properly, right? Where a kid is dribbling and all of a sudden maybe tries to dribble and somebody takes it off him and steals it and goes the other way for a layup. Maybe he was dribbling it properly, but he obviously didn't react properly to the defense and didn't do enough to protect the ball, or maybe even not dribble at that time. Maybe you should have picked it up and passed it. But it was a mistake of decision making. So what we want to do is you want to load the drills so that it starts mostly motor skills, like learning how to do the skill, and then gradually introduces more and more and more decision making into it, where the kids have to do that. Because I was talking to this gentleman here, he's coaching JV girls. Now I don't know what the rest of you are, but what is he dealing with that maybe, what grade are you coaching? Grade 6. What's he dealing with that you're not? They're not only older, but he has a 30-second clock. His teams have to shoot the ball within 30 seconds or they lose it. They have to hit the rim, not just shoot it. So based at his level, things have to happen fairly quickly, where at your level, I don't think you have a 30-second. You shouldn't. If you do, take it out. You know what I mean? So, kids have to learn how to make those decisions. Just one thing I was going to say, in leading, I like this. I've seen, and Randy's done that, I've seen that. But a simple one that maybe is a good lead up to that is just practicing footwork. Let's get 3 people here with basketballs and 3 over here with basketballs.
There you go.
And we just called this 2-line step to the ball, and it's just a footwork drill. The line will go that way, right? So that I start here. The first person does not have a ball. Okay, so everybody else has a ball. Okay, so all I'm going to do is step to the ball as he passes it to me, but we're looking at footwork. So as Coach showed, it's a 1-2 shot. I follow my shot and get my own rebound. Now who doesn't have a ball? You. So you're stepping to the ball. Oh, you got a ball there or not? Oh, sorry, that was yours. Yes. Okay, now you shoot it. Okay, now the next. Okay, well here, give me yours. Okay, go ahead, step to the ball. 1-2 shot. Good. Next one, right away.
Ross, he stole the ball.
Oh, sorry, here we go. Everybody should have. Wrong foot. Hey, the right inside foot's got to hit first. That's it. Good. I bet we did this when I coached you, Pam. I bet. I don't remember, but see, and all we're working on here is footwork again. And then once you've done that, then you can maybe add the V-cut, the one he was doing down here, coming back out. So you make it more and more challenging. And you could have, okay, first team to 20 hoops. You have another group shooting down there. 2-line step to the ball, first team to 20. And we're looking at footwork and we're looking at balance. A lot of shooting I have found, like I said, when I played, I wasn't a very good shooter. But if you let me get my rhythm, I was okay. I was okay. And by rhythm, I mean just that. Is that 1, 2, everything is smooth. Okay, enough. See, and then we actually could do it here too on the sides. So one line could be here on the baseline almost, and one line here. And again, we're stepping to the ball. Where is coming this way? Now it's 1, 2, shot. And then you're coming this way, it's 1, 2, shot. You know what I mean? And it's trying to get some footwork with kids. Because we know most of the shots in basketball today are taken on the move. So they have to learn how to shoot the ball on the move and balance with some good footwork.
That'd be a really good drill to use with your grade 6 team, with the lower ones. I have a daughter who's 8, 9. This would work with them. The V-cut one, they'd be running all over the place. They wouldn't get the perception of you need a V-cut, take your man away, and then come back. But they could get that. So you can still work on footwork at a younger age.
And I would just have in the practice plan 2 lines, step to the ball. And then maybe and then in a dash 20, meaning that first team to 20, you know what I mean, is the winner. Or put up a time and 2 minutes and see how many hoops you can score in 2 minutes. Because maybe, like for a grade 6 team who said they're coaching grade 6, maybe 20 you might be there all night. You know what I mean? So maybe just set a certain time and whoever makes the most in that time. But give them a defined period to do it in. I found that kids like to know how long they have to do things or what the goal is, rather than we have to do it until coach thinks that we've done it enough. We're going to do this for 3 minutes or whatever. We're going to do it if first team to 20 hoops. Set goals on things, especially for younger kids, and then keep things moving. Because if you've had any experience, and if you're a teacher, you know this with younger kids, things need to change relatively quickly. And those trends, and just one other comment while I think of it. One of the problems sometimes I find with coaches is they always want more drills. Give us more drills. We want more drills. And you can get hundreds of them. But then I think we spend in practices sometimes too long teaching new drills. You know what I mean? Like we're always teaching a new drill, and the kids are standing watching us. Whereas if we pick kind of a group of drills that we are comfortable with, that we know, we give them names the kids know, and we can say, okay, 2 lines, step to the ball, first team to 20. And we've done that 2 or 3 times, and right away they're into it. So you don't lose them in those transition times. You know what I mean? So find a set of drills, whatever number there are, a certain number of passing drills, a certain number of shooting drills, whatever, dribbling, and stick with those. And if you don't think they're doing the job, replace one with another one. And the odd time, maybe throw in a new one. But kids should not be, standing and listening to us talk like this is bad coaching right now, isn't it? Because we're all standing here talking. Whereas we should be active. I'll just tell you a quick story on that, and I'm not saying you should do that. I like story. I used to have lots of managers when I coached boys. And I would have a manager at least twice a year sit in a corner of the gym with a stopwatch. And any time I was talking and the kids were not doing, he would start it. Click, 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 click. And then when they started it again, he'd stop it. And then if I started talking again and they were doing, he'd start it again. Click, 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 click. And at the end of the practice, I'd go up to them and they'd always say like, what do you think it is? Guess, guess. Because what did I want to see? If we had an hour and a half practice, I wanted to see how much of it was me talking and them standing. Like now. Like if you're going to learn how to play the game, this isn't the best way, is it? You got to be doing. And so I had to force myself to be thinking about that all the time. Like, shut up. You know what I mean? We don't always have to stop everything and break. Oh, well, if we don't stop. We should have done this, should have done that. And then oh no, stop. If we only had done that, and all they do is stand there looking at you. Side foot hits first, so like 1, 2, and coming this way, 1, 2, and you
inside foot being the one closest to the basket.
One closest to the basket, yeah.
All right.
So coming this way, if Pam was passing the ball, it would be like 1, 2, shot.
So even if I'm going straight on, but the ball's coming from this side, like right now, nothing's closest to the basket, but right now, this one is. So I go bang, bang. If I'm cutting from the wing, This one's closer, because I'm sealing the defense is what I'm doing. So you're taking that leg to really walk in the D and go bang. And it also stabilizes you and turns into your shot quickly. Okay, we're going to work on, remember the phases we talked about? And I'll send this document off to Greg and he'll forward it to you guys. But we're working on phases of teaching. So the phase A was the 1-0. And we're going to work on a skill. This one's right out of the NCCP coaches course. And it's some of the footwork that they're teaching the kids now for this influenced by Europe and they're seeing on their national team level. But it's still footwork that you can learn at a young age. But we'll take it through all the stages. And you should be able to teach this actually for most age groups. For sure what you guys have in middle school and up. I'm even thinking younger ones. I haven't done it with anyone younger than 12, but I would think it would work for both. So we're going to move dots and we'll have a coach here. Well, we'll need a line of people on the baseline there in the corner with a ball. And we would have another one over there. If you feel like moving, you can move. If you want to take notes or take a break, it's fine. We'll demonstrate this and go through with some people that feel like standing up. Okay, so the first, we're going to work on a couple moves. So Ross will be my coach. I'll be you. So all we're going to do is pass to the coach. I'm going to run after the ball. He's going to hold it out in this hand here, which is the trigger for me to reach for the ball, which simulates me stepping to get a pass. I'm going to rip it, which we talked about, crossover step, and going for a layup. So we talked a little bit about those steps there, right? So we're going to give you two moves off it. One will be the come, rip, stride layup, which is a running layup, which means there's no defense there. I could beat him to the rim. You want to stand right here? If there's someone in the way, the other layup you use, you can't use a stride layup when you have a clear path to the basket, when there's no one stepping away. When someone's about to step over help side, or even my defense is on my side, you want to use a power layup. So the way they're teaching, the old school power layup was you come in, you kind of jump onto 2 feet, and then you make your moves. Now they're teaching more of an outside foot plant. So I grab, I rip, I come, and I kind of jump on my outside foot first, and then I step into contact. So I initiate the contact, and I'm real stable here. Because even if I jump and I land like this, if he bumps me, I could be pushed off my foot or lose my pivot feet. This way, if I've established my pivot foot, I'm turning my body sideways so that I'm getting distance with my shoulders between the ball and the defense. A lot of kids do a power layup like this, and he can block that really easy. If I come here, it's a lot harder for him to come to the ball, right? I'm getting distance from the ball and the D. I'm giving a piece of my shoulder, probably going to bump him back and finish. It also allows me to escape pressure. So he's all on me trying to stop me, but this is my pivot foot. So I could pivot away, pass out to a safety. If he plays that, I could also rip underneath and go back and score like a fake. If this is my pivot foot, some kids will come in and go, and this guy sits on my pivot foot, all I can do is this, right? I'm really limited. This allows me more room to escape. So the pivot foot, if you can choose, should always be the one farthest away from the defense. Okay? Don't worry about charges? Well, I mean, if he's standing there ready to take a charge, you're not going to dip in and hit him. If he's all planted, you'll just go bang, bang, you'll stop, and you'll put it up. But if you're coming on an angle where I'm coming, and you're going to bump each other, this allows you to be stable, absorb contact, maybe initiate a little bit of contact, and still be able to play. Okay? The other, so that's the rip and go. That's the baseline drive. The other one we're going to work on is, if coach holds the ball, I pass him, he turns and holds it like this. Yeah, I'm going to come. I should do it the other way so you don't. It'll be the other hand and he'll pivot. I'm going to come. That simulates I'm getting a bit of a screen. I'm going to curl. I'm going to come around coach. And I'm going to plant with my high foot and grab the ball and push right in this way. So I'm really coming off hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder. Where a lot of kids will sometimes do this. They'll come off inside foot and then try and do this cut. And it's more awkward, and a lot of times you end up giving more space for the D. So outside foot plant again. I'm running, plant, push, and then right into a jump shot. So you take your dribble, one step, one shot, or a drive. Okay, so right now we're going to work phase A, 1-on-0. We're going to allow you to play with this a little bit, wobble a little bit, and see how your feet are. So I'll take you guys over here. You can go over there. I'll work on it a little bit.
Tell them what you mean by the term wobble.
So wobbling is a term right out of the book as well. I only heard it a few years ago, but it makes a lot of sense. So instead of, here we go. Let's go. Come on, good. Oh, stop. No, you good. You didn't come up, right? You let him wobble. Let him play with it. Let him screw up a little bit. And then he'll be a little more receptive to your words. So if he's having trouble with his feet, I let him try and figure it out. And after 4 or 5 reps, I either talk to him or we stop the group and we say, you know what, this is a tendency. This is how we correct it. And a lot of light bulbs go, oh yeah, I've been playing with that for 3 minutes. I couldn't get that footwork. Now I get it. So whenever you're teaching some kids a thing in sport, allow them to figure it out a little bit. A lot of it's body awareness. A lot of it's just getting the hang of it, figuring it out. Let them figure it out. If they need help still, then you can stop and correct it as a group. You don't have to point a kid out.
Remember, on the first one, you're just going to grab it and rip it and go, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to hold it
do
here.
is the rip and go
grab
baseline.
it, right? Grab it,
And we'll-
rip it, and go.
We'll alternate
Right?
sides so we don't crash
Here it
into each
comes.
other. So right when you throw it, you run.
Comes, rip it,
Rip
it, and go.
So
And
now you
really
go.
rip it through because the defense is going to be there,
Rip.
right? So a good
Crossover
name for it
step,
is
dribble.
ripping it through. Okay? You can do
Rip
it as
it,
fast or as slow
crossover
as you
step,
like.
dribble. There you
Rip
go.
it through, good.
Inside
Right to the
foot
hoop.
layup.
Good. Right
Inside,
to the hoop.
inside foot, outside hand. And you cross over the other side, that's good. So you get both feet.
Right? Rip that ball through. Rip it through.
Keep going in for a layup.
That's it. Good. See, that was really good. Not only she made
Reach
it, but how
forward,
many dribbles
crossover.
did she take
Good.
between here
Inside
and the
foot.
hoop? One.
So make sure
And
we
again,
keep
that's good,
crisscrossing
right?
so you work on
As
both
few
sides of the
dribbles
floor.
as possible. To grab it and rip it. That's it. Good. Right to the hoop.
Going for a layup, going for a
Layup
layup.
if you can.
And
Rip it. Good.
maybe, hold up, freeze, Ross. So maybe we overstepped our bounds a bit. We want to rip. We're going to do a stride layup, which means we plant the inside foot and we lift the outside leg and hand to our layup. So we're sealing the defense. Inside foot plant, outside foot and hand doing the layup. So depending on what age kid you're dealing with, this is something you might have to reinforce a lot. Okay?
Later on, we'll show you a simple way to teach a kid how to do a layup. We won't do it right
Yep.
now, but we'll show
Rip.
you a little later.
Oh,
Okay,
yep,
here you
yep.
go.
Keep going, yeah.
Okay, rip it.
Good, very
Right
good.
to the hoop. Rip that ball through. Good.
Rip it,
Yes.
rip. Yeah, yeah.
Rip it through. Rip that ball
That's
through,
better,
right?
that's better. Rip.
Hey, try to one dribble. See if you can do it in
Inside
one
foot.
dribble.
Good.
Rip it through.
it.
Good. See if you can do it in
Good,
one
yeah.
dribble. Push that ball out.
Good. Keep running,
Rip
don't
it.
stop yourself.
1, 1, 2, layup. Okay, good.
That's the outside foot again. You always plan on the outside. You want
She
to plan
never
on the
do it
inside.
that well when I coached her.
It'll
She
help
must
you
have
get
found a
along.
good coach.
There you go. Good. Okay, hold up. Let's work on the Euro now. The Euro jump stop. So we all did stride layups. Now same move, but we're going to jump outside foot, inside foot, give a pump fake to show that you have balance, and then go up and do a little shot. Outside in, balance. You want to make sure you're in front of the rim. Don't get caught with your head on the rim or front. Give yourself some room to make that shot off the glass. Okay? This one might be a bit harder. Jump stop. Outside foot. Good, yeah, good. A little far away. There you go, good. Outside foot, the Euro stop, the power stop, the Euro power stop. Call it the Euro jump
Slowly.
stop. There you
That's
go,
right.
good.
Slowly. Rip it.
Try and use your outside hand though too.
Outside foot hits. Good, good. Now up. Now up.
A little far away, you caught yourself. That was good.
Keep
You caught
it like
yourself
so
far
you
away
came
just enough so you're doing a leg. Rip, go. Good, very good.
Okay, good.
Rip, go, yeah. Out, jump stop, jump stop.
Good,
Outside
good, good,
foot.
good.
Rip, go. That's a jump stop, both feet hitting at the same time. Outside foot hits first.
That's fine. No problem.
Good.
Now I want to make you reach for it and rip it.
Yeah. You want to get a little closer though. So you stop too far, take an extra dribble, go bang, bang, pump fake, finish with the outside hand if you can. Yeah. Rip, go.
Hey, good,
Okay, not
good.
bad. You hold up, hold up. Okay, now we'll do the last move. So now I'm gonna hold the ball out here so he knows to curl around me. He's gonna plant with his high foot and then push this leg forward and rip it and go right into a jump shot. So we're gonna try and, on this move we're curling. There's defense in the middle. So we're gonna be pushing and trying to get right to the red line or dotted line for a pull-up jump shot. So you guys should be pushing her here for a shot. You guys are curling here for a shot. You understand? Let's see what it looks like. Try again. Ready? Go. Outside foot push. Good. And not bad. Try and get more to the middle of the floor. Because there's a defender here. I'm setting a screen. It's defense. Okay. Push. And get
That
there.
right foot comes around
Good.
first.
Not bad. Good.
Good, good, good. Better balance on the shot. Good footwork.
Outside
though.
foot push. Too tight. You want to come up tight, so you want to plant here. Yeah. So if you're the guy handing me the ball, I want to go here and then here. Good? Yeah, so I'm here, I push, and I go here. Good? Try that.
See, remember, you can hit this person. He's on your team. I'm on your team, so you can run into
Push
me all
in,
you like.
You got to dribble, though.
So
You got to
be
dribble.
close.
Good. Try and do that in one dribble. Big, long step.
Good.
One dribble, pull-up jumper. Keep it on the outside hand.
That's it. Okay. That dribble down faster.
Good.
Good.
Okay, hold up. Okay, so phase A. Everything was 1-0. Coaches gave you feedback. You didn't have to think too much. You worked on one thing at a time. Now we're going to go to phase B where the coach gives a little bit of guidance. So depending on where he holds the ball, you have to react and do that footwork. Okay?
So you're reacting now, decision making.
Another thing we could have, we won't do it now, is we have a coach here with a pad. And so if you are doing a rip and go, the stride layup versus a power layup. If there's no help defense, I stand here, you keep going for a stride layup. If I step over with the pad, you got to do the outside foot. And I hit you. Right? Because if you go off 1 foot and I hit you, you're going to go flying. If you come off 2 and hit the pad first, you put me on my heels, you finish strong. So there's 2 ways to have a coach guide. One could be how he determines where he holds the ball. That's a rip and go. That's a curl. Rip and go curl. This could be the second one. We're not going to do this one now. We'll just do the rip. We'll do the coach guide here in the pass. So let's see it. Curl, go. Ready? Rip and go. Boom. Good. Ready?
Good. Good, good.
So now you guys got less time to think.
Good.
You have to react a bit more with the feet.
Other foot, the right foot comes first, right around that
Good.
thing. Right?
Outside foot push. Good. Rip and go. Good.
Oh, this way, rip.
Good. Oh, gotcha. Let's go.
Rip.
Outside foot push. Good.
That's it. That's good. That's good.
Oh, gotcha there. Keep going. Keep going. Don't go back against the grain. All right, keep your curl going to the middle.
Rip, rip. That was a rip.
Good.
That's it.
Gotcha, yeah. Whoop, whoop. All right, good reaction.
Rip, rip, rip.
Okay, hold up.
That's it.
So now we're gonna, so that's phase A, phase B, a little harder, and with the pad it'll be a bit more, but it's comfortable, right? You guys are doing a good job. And you're older and you're hardwired. The kids will be even easier. So now we need a defender here, an offensive player there with the ball on each side of the floor. So offense, defense. So you and I, you got the ball. Yeah, so you're gonna pass to coach. We'll go slow motion.
You go there with the ball. Okay.
And you're gonna pass, I'm chasing you. So it depends where he
I
puts
go
the
like
ball.
this.
If he holds it there, I have to go around. So you're gonna, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta hold up.
You gotta hold.
I thought you were turning and torquing.
Sorry,
me.
I'm confusing you.
Yeah, sorry. So he holds it out. I gotta slap coach's hand, before I could play D, which gives him a second advantage. So if he rips and go with good footwork, he should get a layup or at least have me kind of dancing on him. If he's slow with his footwork, I might be able to get back in front of him. Okay, so
Next one.
The next one, if he
Go ahead. If I do this now,
if he does that, I got to go around, and I'm chasing him. He's got to pull up and shoot before I can get to him. All right? So same decision, same footwork, but now we got another variable. So this phase C, you know, some defense, some drill work. Okay? So this is I'm calling it a progression, but it's also the phases of learning. All right? So let's try that out.
so you go from offense to defense, so you'll be there next
Put
time,
the ball
right?
there, just in case. It's a short ball. No one lands on that. No, you switch.
No,
hey, you switch
now.
offense,
So he's on
defense, side to side.
Now you go to
Offense,
this
defense,
line,
side
right?
to
Yes.
side.
Okay, here
Ready?
we go.
You gotta go around.
You're next.
Push and go,
You're
yeah.
just getting the line there, so to speak.
Okay, we're not doing layups.
Okay.
If you do a curl, you gotta do a jump shot. Because you'll always beat him to the rim. You have to do, all right, guys and ladies, you have to do a jump shot if you do the curl.
So you have to come
Because you'll
here.
always be behind the guy for a layup. So you gotta plan, get your shot off before that person behind you comes and tips the ball.
Yes. So you go
Yeah,
from
you're
offense
switching
to
sides
defense.
and lines. Next,
Oh,
ready?
sure, why not?
Slap, slap.
Just
Get
keep
back
them
and beat.
balanced.
Yeah, don't wait. Oh, don't wait. You rip and go right away. Yeah, we need defense.
But wait, he's not ready there.
Ready? Yeah, she'll show you how it's done. Slap hands. Go, rip and go. Don't wait for him. Outside hand. Hey, where did you put your first dribble?
Wait for the
You
defense.
put your first. Did Ross teach you that? Ross taught you that at St. John's? Ross taught you to
No, it
dribble with the
wasn't
inside
St.
hand?
John's.
Wait. Ready? Oh, I'll put you against a big guy. You got to finish at the rim. Not bad.
Attaboy. Good job.
Need some defense over here. Got a curl. Push and go, jump
need a ball.
shot.
You need a
Nice.
Wait
Got a
till
curl?
the defense is there. Get eye contact with them
Good.
first. I get a look,
right.
get eye contact, and then we're ready.
Slap hands and then play D. Oh, you
Now
gotta
you should rip on that. You should
sprint
rip.
out.
That's good. No, don't stop. See, that
curl,
will
you gotta
happen
curl.
in the game, right? And so I hope in the game she wouldn't. Oh, are you
So again,
okay?
when
Are
you're
you
curling,
okay? You know, I
You have
know
the
here
advantage
you
going
will.
this way. You're always going back into my
Don't be
defender
nice,
and
Pat.
your defender. Who really doesn't have to curl
Be
in the
nice
game.
after
could
you
go under,
score.
so you hit.
Be nice. That's it. Be nice after you score, right? Put the ball in
dart
the hoop
that
and then check and see if they're
No,
all right.
So I push. This is my push foot, and I push that way.
What's got my hand?
It's a
It's not my
lunge,
hand.
sideways lunge. Yeah, that'll get separation.
Check for defense
Ready?
first.
Uh-oh, what do you want? A curl or a rip and go? Oh, she got to stop the hand before she played D. Go. Oh, yeah, that was it. You had it. Let's do it
For
again.
defense
Let's do it again.
first.
We'll keep her on our toes. Oh, got it.
That's all that's happening now is
Nice.
they have to deal with a defender, right? So it makes it more and more challenging.
Good. Very good. Beautiful. Like that. Girl, got a big guy, get separation from him.
Pull up and shoot that.
Oh, it
Pull
took
up
too
and
long.
shoot that.
So again,
Wait
Greg,
till there's defense.
once you curl, you want to push, bang, and then right into it because
Rip
he's
it and go.
trailing.
Touch.
Every dribble
Right
you
here,
take
so rip
allows him to
that.
close in a little tighter. So compacted movement, eh?
Wait till defense is there.
Oh, push out first. Use that dribble.
Pull up and shoot it. Balance.
Okay, hold up. So now we'll do the same drill, still phase C, but we're gonna load it a little bit. We're gonna add another dimension. So this action will be the same. You two guys are here. We don't need a ball. I need two. Okay, two.
Oh, he's getting serious now. He's taking off
Okay,
his
so
sweatshirt.
you are help side D. You're her check. So now we're playing 2-on-2 off a dynamic catch. So you're playing 2-on-2, but instead of just checking the ball, go over here. Yeah. Instead of just checking the ball, you're going to do this footwork to start. Coach is going to be the guide. Choose which one. You have to make decisions based on not only your check, but how she's playing. If she's going to stop your layup, the other guy has to slide to open space. You're going to have to finish or pass. You guys get it? Let's
So
just try it
she's-
once and
She's
take a
a
look.
defender, right? As is the person that's here.
No, you're
The
up.
person there still, right?
Now it's a one-sided drill. That's the only coach on the floor. Offense, that's your buddy.
Oh.
Trailer is defense. That's her buddy. 2-on-2.
So it's the
You
same
can do
drill
whatever you
here
want.
now,
You want to go to open
except
space.
you've got to
So
deal with
depending on
that
how she
second
reacts,
defender.
You got to find the open space so you can be available for a pass.
Okay.
His question was, where do I go? And that's a great question. It depends on what his check does. If she runs to help here, he can either drop to there for a pass or slide to open space. The answer is you want to go where you can get a pass or collect a rebound. If it looks like he's going to shoot and she's already ran out halfway, run in and seal her and collect this whole half of the hoop. If he's still dribbling, maybe you just slide right up into here because she helped down. If she helped up, maybe you drop down there. You want to stretch away from the defense. Yeah,
Yes,
you two
you're
are
still
teammates.
defending him.
You two are teammates, they're teammates. We just put a 2-on-2 scenario on the floor instead of 1-on-1. We're adding one more level. Let's see what it looks like. Ready? Talk to him. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you want to hold until he comes off and makes a decision. Yeah. So
He's got to react to what the
and this will
defense
happen.
does.
Guys will start cutting in there saying, give me the ball before he's even done his action. Let the guy who beat his check, because he's coming with an advantage, right? He already beat his guy. So he has a chance to score. The next defender has to decide what to do, and then you decide what to do. So this is decision making that Ross is telling you. Now we're adding some decision making, a bigger piece of decision making, okay? Based on what's happening on the floor. Let's try it again. Good. Read it. There you go. Good. Now we go. There you go. Good. Okay.
So he made the decision to pass because the secondary defender came to him, right?
So now we rotate offense, defense, offense, and the line. Just keep going through so everyone's in every spot, right? Just go through like a zigzag. So you're the end of the line, you would go to ball, right? So you go to D, you're on D. I'm sorry, we go offense, defense, offense. Offense, defense, offense, and the line.
You're there now, that's right. Okay, you're there, good.
Let's go, yeah, you're on ball now. Your ball.
Who's on?
We're just gonna go through the line, that's all.
Go from there.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Help, where's the help? Good. Also, so that's a great pass, but your read really was you had a layup. So we want to teach you, you got a layup, you finish. Don't make another risky pass. Right.
Only pass if she forces you to.
So rotate through the line, rotate a spot, and you could do this with 4 kids minimum, or you could have a whole team and just have rest. Curl, what do you got? Good, nice.
Good. That's good.
Good job.
Threw the defender, gave it up for an easy one.
And we're getting close to game-like situation. The final phase would be running out of your offense, setting up scenarios. Maybe just start a 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 situation.
You sure ripped
with
and
this
gone,
footwork.
right?
But it's more of a full-bodied picture.
It is,
You know?
yeah. But see, it forces you again to make the decision to scan and see what's going on. Okay, the rotation of the lines doesn't matter here right now. We'll just do it, okay? Okay, now here we go. This is the curl.
Oh, good. All right,
Ooh,
good.
the defense.
Get a couple more reps, and we'll.
See, now it's more game-like, right? Now you didn't touch my hand that time. Cheaters, mark it down, use cheating.
So depending on your level, we could even add a down screen on the weak side. So this footwork's coming off, and then there could be 2 sets of people over there. They set a down screen and a read. That could be part of your offense that you have with your team, depending on your level. But you can set up whatever you want on the weak side, just so the decisions are being made off a catch, a dynamic catch, and then reading how you're going to play, or just any free play. You can just keep loading. You can load this up to 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, right? Any questions on that? That's just an example.
You should try to take that concept. If you don't want to do that, then don't do that. But I think the concept is sound, right? What is the concept? It's starting really simple, where it's just rote actions, right? Where you just go like robots could do it. You start with that, and gradually it becomes more and more game-like, where the players have to make those decisions. That's the idea we want you to get, is that, whether you want to do exactly like that or not, is take that idea and develop those skills where you start with something very simple and make it more and more challenging, with more and more decision, more and more players, and more game-like.
Is it possible to go through some progressions for layups? I guess the hardest skill for a coach to put forward to the players as to how to do a proper layup, both strong and weak, let's say?
We could do that now if you want. If you want to do that now, yes. It's very easy.
Layups?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's tough for kids because of the rhythm of the thing. Now, I don't know what he would do, but I've found with young kids, so I need a bench. Now, you might think, so stand up, all of you people. You sat there long enough. Or get one that doesn't have much stuff on it. I don't care. Or get that one over there. But I've found using a bench really helps.
We'll grab this one here, guys.
Let's go do it down this end, since the bench is closer here. I've found that it's useful, and I've done this in camps for kids, and all we do is set the bench up about here, like that. Now, yeah, it's good, down. Okay, and then I would usually get a coach or somebody to sit on each end. Coach, you're good at sitting on the bench.
That's pretty heavy, actually. It's a heavy
just
bench.
because it's safer. And then each kid would take a turn with the ball, standing up on the bench like this, and then stepping down off it. Now, what we want them to do is we want them to get the idea of the footwork and the rhythm of the shot. So from this side, the right side, they step down with the right foot. So it's a 1, 2, and then this knee, as he said down there, starts to come up. And they often say it's like a puppet. So there's a string between my elbow and my knee. So as I bring the ball up, my knee comes with me, right, like that. And then I just get the ball up on the board. No dribble. Okay, so we're here like this, so it's stepping down with the right foot. So it's a 1, 2 layup. And they get the idea of the footwork. Now, the reason for the bench is you could say, well, get rid of the bench and just do it from standing still. And that might work. But that gives them the momentum of going to the hoop, right? Of stepping down. 1, 2 layup. And I don't know about, again, you have to make those decisions. Some coaches teach the drag layup or the underhand layup. I don't. I like kids to get the ball up as high as possible. And I want them to get it up off the board. I always say you have 2 choices. You either use the backboard or dunk it. So there you go. If you can dunk it, dunk it. If you can't, use the backboard and use that square that's up there. Find that spot on the board.
You could even, so this, I'm just thinking, I'm just starting with 8, 9 girls. That might even be a little too advanced for them. You guys are all older, but if you are dealing with younger kids, you can take that 1 step back and then go to that. And that would be just a stand close enough where they just have to take 1 step. And all you're going to do is say step with the inside foot, lift with the outside knee and hand. Just that simple. Bang. Or if they're not big enough, they go underhand.
He bounced it. Did you see that?
So, nice balance
his
stance.
way into oblivion.
Just step forward and then go up into your shot. The next one will be that. The next one will be adding a dribble. And just work your way out till they're comfortable. So if you add the dribble and they're lost again, go back to that. And then after a couple practices, most of them will get it. You may have to work with 1 or 2 kids.
So if you want to try this, for those of you who maybe don't know how to do a layup, feel free. Or then we put it to the left side. And then, of course, we're on the left side. Now we step down with the left foot. And it's the exact opposite. And you'll find that some kids can't jump off that other foot. You know what I mean? This doesn't work, and they've got to learn to do it. A very good drill for a footwork drill, and it's anybody here, I'm really dating myself, who was the first real big man in the NBA? Way back, even before my time. His name was George Mikan. Now, you know what I mean? And it's called the Mikan drill.
All blank faces.
Right? You haven't heard of him. Now, I never saw him play either, like he's that old. But a good drill, the Mikan drill is just like is standing right in front here and just doing, it's a footwork drill. So it's up like that. And then over, off of both feet. Off and get your rhythm. Get your rhythm. See, I used to be able to jump. See, using my other hand. But don't look up, look down at my feet. See, and they just get, and it's footwork, it's footwork, it's footwork. It's a good, especially for big kids who are uncoordinated. So if you want to try that, feel free. Or if you want to put it to the other side, as we said, let's all try it on the other side, because most of us are right-handed. Pick it up there, please.
You're good. Just drag it over at the angle.
Okay, let's try it here. Now, it would be stepping down with the left foot, right? Stepping down with the left. See, that's why we need to sit on the end of it. Okay, so stepping down with the left foot, so it's 1, 2, again. That string is attached to my knee, right? And it's the same action he said. The other hand should be on the side, pointing to the roof, right? And then you get that flick of the wrist up on the board. Let's try it once. Mandatory. Let's go. Stepping down with the left foot. Yeah, left foot.
Left, right, up.
1, 2, lay up. Good. Now just keep 2 hands on the ball. The other hand is there to guide it again.
Left,
1,
right, up.
2. Okay, good. Everybody try it. Everybody try it. Step right up.
Left,
Left, right.
up.
Left, right.
Up.
Okay,
Keep
good.
2
Now
hands on
another
the ball.
guide
2
hand,
hands
right?
on the ball. Keep 2 hands on the ball.
1,
Left,
2.
Right.
Okay, now you got to jump off that other foot.
Yeah,
Still shoot it with 1 though.
You went step, step, 2 feet. and then
Shooting
step.
action is the same.
Yeah.
Go
one
ahead.
foot left.
Left foot.
2 hands
1,
and then you
2.
extend with
Good.
1.
Now shoot your left hand though.
You got to keep strength on, otherwise we'll knock it out.
1, 2. Good, good. It's a jump. 1, 2, and now you got to jump off that last foot, right?
So 1 foot takeoff.
1 foot takeoff.
It's like a running layup.
1, 2, good, good. Just keep that other guide hand on the side of the ball. 1, 2, good.
Good.
1, 2, good. 1, 2, no bounce.
Oh,
One bounce
the
your way
dribble
into
violation.
oblivion.
Oh, you're getting Rog's doghouse.
1, 2, good, good. Just keep that other guide hand on the ball. 1, 2, and then you got to jump off the 1 foot though.
You got to stay on that
You gotta
1
jump
foot.
off the 1
It's
foot.
like you're running. It's a running layup. 1 foot takeoff. Good. Drive the other knee up. That helps.
As you bring the ball up, the knee comes with it. Okay, off 1 foot. Jump off 1 foot.
Yeah, you went,
Like
you
a high
went to
jump.
2 feet again.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Drive the other knee
Good,
up.
good. That's it. Good. Good. Now keep that other guide hand on the ball, right? Facing the roof, same thing. Nothing has changed. Okay, jump on that. Jump off the 1 foot. Good.
Once you get extension up here, you want to
Okay,
extend
jump
with
off the
hand.
1 foot again. Off
Once
the
you get
1
up high
foot.
with the ball like above your head height, you wanna
That's it,
extend
good,
with your
good.
shooting hand.
Okay, this time jump off the 1 foot. Good.
Outside, inside.
1, 2, and then jump off that 1 foot.
Keep running, keep running. Don't stop yourself. Keep turning the legs over like you're running.
Okay, we can do this
Good.
forever. Enough, yeah. Let's put this out of the way.
Save your joints.
Now, there's lots of drills if you want, like for learning how to do a layup. One of the ones that we would do that we did a lot
on
of,
here, guys.
if she remembers them,
Ladies.
a lot of what I called recorded shooting. And we would do a variety of shots off of them, and we would record it actually. We would have people to record, or they would take turns recording. But a simple one you can do is just have a ball here at the elbow and a ball here at the elbow. We're in a group of 3. So let's get one person under the hoop as a rebounder, please, without a ball. Okay, and one person here. Okay, now all you're going to do is when you get the ball, pass it back to him, and you're going to put it where there isn't one. Okay, it's quite simple. Okay, now we would set the clock at say 30 seconds, and each person would get 30 seconds to make as many layups as he or she can, and then we would change. So when they say go, I'm going to do it slow because I'm old. I pick it up. I have 1 dribble, 1, 2 layup. So it's 1 dribble, right? 1 dribble, not 2, right? So it's 1 dribble, 1, 2 layup. You pass it back to me. We're going to put it over there now. I go get this one. 1 dribble, 1, 1, 2 layup. Put it down, put it down. All you're doing is putting it down. 1, 1, 2, layup. Right? 1, 1, 2, layup. Here, I got 30 seconds to make as many as I can. Right? Back and forth. Then 30 seconds. Next person. It'd be your turn. Right? And we can switch places and everybody does it. Very simple. But again, 30 seconds. And what I used to do is, again, we would do lots of shooting things off of it. But I would have managers or whoever here recording. Now, I wasn't so concerned how many they made. Obviously, if I took, 15 layups, it'd be nice to make all 15. But I could do this, couldn't I? I could go, okay, 30 seconds. Now, I might make all of my layups, but how many am I going to get in 30 seconds? Not very many, right? I was more interested in how many they attempted. Because what did it show me? And not hustle, you got it. Somebody who's pushing him or herself. Because we want the kids to play hard and compete. And to me, that's what shows. So sometimes I'd get somebody come to me, like here it comes, what's your name? Evelyn. And Evelyn says, Coach, how come I'm not playing more? Like, I think I should be playing more. And I say, well, let's take a look, Evelyn. Let's look at the recorded sheets here. It says one of the things it shows here is that, what's your name? Gappy has been shooting making whatever number of attempts, you're only making half of them. She's working a lot harder than you in practice. You got to pick it up. See, that gave me data sometimes to help me in terms of dealing with that. You know what I mean? Because that's what kids like. Maybe not at grade 6 and 7 because it's fair play and everybody 5 in, 5 out, and that's great. But as you coach at the upper levels, whatever that means, I'm not sure, you don't have to play everybody. And you sometimes don't. And kids will want to know why. And I like to have data to back me up. So I could say, well, okay, you got to pick it up in practice. You're not working hard enough. Other people are getting twice as many attempts as you, or whatever. And there was lots of other shooting things we would do off it, like footwork drills too. Like should we do so? Like we would have about 6 or 8 of them. So we could do recorded shooting. We did these. You may not remember. We did it, and it would take probably 25 minutes to get everybody through it. Because I would keep making the managers 30 seconds. I like using the clock, and I like kids to respond to the horn. Get used to that, because that's part of the game. Like how many seconds we got left. And so I used to always have the scoreboard in use. Sometimes people who were around the gym didn't like all the horns going off, but tough. I liked it. And so we would do one like that, and we would do another one, come here, ball here, and another one under here. Please, with the ball. With the ball, okay? Now all I'm going to do, again, when I shoot it, you get a rebound, you just throw it back to her. But don't hit me. Okay? So as soon as she passes me this ball, you're going to throw her that one. Because she's got another one. And then I'm going to shoot it, you're going to keep. So you're just playing catch, you two. Right? You're just playing catch. But don't hit me. But don't throw it to her until she passes that one. Okay, I start here. I should get you to do these. I start here like this. And I'm not going to do it until I get eye contact. So I'm coming this way. So pass. Okay, that's where you pass. And I'm coming up here. Right? Now I'm coming back this way. Right? Watch my footwork again is what we want. Right? So I got 30 seconds to do as many as I can. They're recording. Right? Things like that. Then we would do a jump shooting one too off of it, where again, now there are 2 passers under there. Okay, I'm going to go back and forth between the elbows. Okay, I'm going to start here, but I'm going to go that way first. So you're going to pass me the ball first. Well, wait till I get in the area. She must think she thinks I'm still quick. Take a look at me, I'm old. Okay, so I might be there a week Thursday. Okay, so wait till I get in the area at least. Okay, so I'm going to come this way, but again, it's footwork, just like we worked on down there. I'm coming this way. No, bounce, pass. Yes. Yeah, that's not nice. That's slow. I'm slow enough. Don't make me slower. Okay, so I'm coming this way. So it's 1, 2, shot. Now you're going to have to get the rebound wherever it goes, right? Now I'm coming back this way. So it's 1, 2, shot. Coming back this way. 1, 2, shot. 1, 2, shot. You haven't done this forever. Ooh, almost made 2. That would have been a record. Again, 30 seconds. Then we would say change. Now it's your turn, right? So here we go. You're going back and forth between the elbows. Right? 1, 2, shot. We're trying to get her lots of shots. Lots of shots. Lots of reps for 30 seconds. You don't have to record it, but if you want to, go ahead. Do the same thing on the side. You know, so I always think, again, we want to get as much activity and as many repetitions in as possible. So I would pick one person, maybe because all the baskets are being used, right? So I would pick one group maybe to watch for this, and maybe I'm watching you, and I'd be, watch for it, get that inside foot first, inside first. Then I'd leave them and go over here somewhere, because I didn't have assistants many years that I coached. It was just me. So I could only yell at one person at a time. You know. But simple things like that would give a lot of repetitions, I think, can be useful. Now, just one other thing I'll say about layups. Since I have lots of hang-ups, as you can see, but one of my hang-ups is that we as coaches, and I was there once too, we do too many things half court. You know what I mean? Like we only use half of the gym, and that other half of the gym that we could rent it out. Because seldom do we ever use it. And that's okay at times, but the game is played full court, right? And do we all not agree we want kids to learn how to run the floor? And also, if they're running the floor, why is that also good? It's conditioning, right? Because again, I've learned that if you can't compete physically in this game, it's over. They got to be in some semblance of shape, if that's the word. So we want kids to learn to run the floor and get some conditioning in the drills. So we've all done this layup drill, like where we have a line here and a line there, and like I dribble it into a layup, you get the rebound and go to the end of the line. Teams do that in warm-ups, and that's okay. But in practice, I would say we should never do that. Why could you not do a full court drill in a warm-up? Why? Because there's another team down there. Yes, I don't think they'd like you running into their space, would they? But in a practice, you don't have to worry about that. So whenever we did layups in practice, we would do full court layups rather than half court. And all it is, okay, come here without a ball. Okay, let's get a line of people here without basketballs. Without. And a line of people here with basketballs. So the rest either can be in or be out, but don't, okay, so if you're in this line, you got a ball. So let's go, I need some people here. Need some more, maybe 3 or 4, good, okay. Okay, now watch, all that happens is you start at the foul line. Here, not in the key though, 1, 2, now you're in the restricted area. You only got 3 seconds in there, right? That's it. Don't practice bad habits, right? Little things. See, what I just said to her was, don't stand in the key. Why? So you only got 3 seconds in there. Bad habit. Don't practice bad habits. Or things that you can't do. It's like don't run with the ball, right? That's a bad habit. Yeah, you're on a dribble, right? Okay, so the first pass would go from you to here. Go ahead, pass it. Okay, good. Okay, now, it's a good pass though. It's a good pass. We haven't talked about catching. As soon as she gets it, you're cutting to the hoop. Go ahead. Okay, give it to her. Layup. Now you go and get there. You leave it. You go get the rebound. You're going to come fill here now. Okay, now you come here. Now to stop, we got to learn some rules here. Did it go in the hoop? Yes. Now what's the rule in basketball? When they score, you have to take it out of bounds. Don't you? Yeah, yes, good. So now you're going to throw it here to her. She's going to be right here like this. You just made your layup, right? Yeah. Okay, so the pass comes here. Okay, now you are getting your line over there, you people, get out of the way. You're putting it on the floor, dribbling full court, coming right for this elbow here. So you're coming to this spot here, pushing it out, straight dribble right to there, making a good stop. You are filling that outside lane, running like you know no tomorrow. Yes, it's a sprint. Yes. So come on, here he comes. You be not that fast ahead of her. I hope not. Stop. And then right here, when you get here, no, you're still out here. You're still out here. Pass the ball to her. Layup. You go rebound, take it to the end of the line. Meanwhile, back at the wrench, happened again. Go ahead. There's the cut. Layup. If she didn't make it. Outlet. You're over here. You're here. Pass it to her. On the floor to here. You're outside the lane, outside lane, right to here, right to here, right to here. Where's that spot, coach? Throw me a dot. This is what the dribbler's going for, right? Right here. Okay, pass. Cut. Layup. Do you make it? Take it out of bounds. Take it out of bounds.
You go back and get
Outlet.
the ball. Get to the middle of the
coming
floor.
To there, coming to the elbow, right here, run that lane, yes. Lay up here. Good.
Take it out.
She makes it, take it out of bounds.
Ball to the middle, ball to the middle.
Here, right to here.
Dribbling to the middle.
Right to the dot, right to the dot.
Yeah. Ball to the middle, pass to him. Ball to the middle of the floor. You fill the outside lane. Yeah.
Run that floor, right to the dot.
Okay, inbound it to her. Ball to the middle of the floor, you to the outside.
Right to here, right to there, right to the spot. And there's a good pass to him.
Rebound it.
Yes, go rebound.
She's passing you now. Catch it and dribble to the middle of
all
the floor.
they're doing here now is they're running the floor. They're getting some conditioning, there's passing, there's dribbling, rather than just doing a half-court layup drill where there is, I'm not saying it's totally useless.
You got to take it out behind the line.
It's just,
inbound
layups.
it. He's going to push middle. You're going to sprint
right
the
to
outside
the spot,
lane.
right to the spot, right to the spot. Here she comes. Lay up and you go rebound
sprint
for her.
Dribble middle, go middle, sprint the outside. Dribble middle.
Good. Right to the spot, right to the spot.
Good. Inbound it to him.
Right to the lane.
Dribble middle,
rebound
dribble
for
middle,
rebound.
dribble middle. You dribble middle, keep going to Ross.
No, you take it on the dribble. Right to the spot, right to the spot.
Dribble middle, right to the dot, right to the dot.
Outlet. No, you. That's right. Let's go all the way to the spot. Okay, stop. We could do that for a line, and we could do it on the left side. Now we bring the line over here, right? We're not going to do it, but same thing. Now what we would do again, because I like to quantify things, I would have a manager at this end and a manager at that end, and I would tell them we would set the clock at, say, 2 minutes. Pick a number and count. How many layups did we make at that end? How many did we make at this end? Left and right. Add them together, and let's say we got 22. Pick up a number. I would write that in the practice book, 22. The next time we did the drill, what did we have to get? 23 at least. So I like to quantify things again, give them a goal. And I would have the managers put up 23 on the board. That's our goal. And I would call it. So if you got 23, the next time, 24. Because we want to get better every practice. And I believed in collecting data like that. Now that's just me. I'm not saying you have to do that. But it helped me, I think, motivate the kids a little bit. Because there was a goal in every drill to do. Okay, but you say, what are we practicing here? We're practicing passing. We're practicing a cut. You could even make that a V cut if you really wanted to. We're practicing a layup. We're practicing taking the ball out of bounds quickly, right? We're practicing getting to an outlet spot. We're practicing a speed dribble, pushing it up to the spot. We're practicing running the lane outside hard. And we're practicing a layup at the other end off full speed. So it combines a lot of skills and some conditioning. And I like those kinds of drills. So anything you're doing that's half court, think about how could I maybe do that full court? To get the kids running like that.
Using these can really help. Like we didn't give a lot of instruction in the beginning, but if you label that the decision dot, you got to dribble full speed to the decision dot, decide who's open, right? You could put these for
Here.
lanes.
You could put one here, right?
So one here, one there. You
And
gotta,
they gotta go
fill your
outside the
lanes.
dot. You know?
So little markers for the kids till they get the hang of it. Then you can pull it away. But it really helps with them visualizing, because right now we might have went outside your data bank for visualizing what would happen. If you play a lot of basketball, yeah, some guys got it. They filled lanes quite easily. Other people are like, what's a lane? I don't know what a lane is. And you have kids that it's their first time playing. And they're going to need this type of guidance, right? I got one game that will...
I just want to add one thing to that. You know what I used to do that I love this? Because I would always be down here. This was my yelling spot. You know, and I would yell at the kid running the outside lane and yell for them to get there. So I wasn't really aware of what was going on down there sometimes. So I would send a manager, we called the violation manager. And the kids, these are adolescent males, remember, and they're a weird species, so they never did figure it out. And then a violation manager would stand over here, just like this, quietly. And if the kid didn't take it out, because kids cheat, right? And on a made layup, they would go like this. And like that. Well, you can't do that. It's a violation. But I couldn't see that down there. So I would tell the violation manager, anytime you see somebody cheat, put up your hand like that. And I would see that. And as that kid came running, because it was the one that was running, right? I would say, well, you there bounce properly the other end. And they'd always look at me like, gee, how did he know that? Gee, how could he figure that out? They thought I was really smart. No, I'm not saying you need to do that, but kids will cheat. And you want them to do it right, right? You want them to take the ball out just like they'd have to in a game. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So we did a lot of work on shooting. Once you do that in your first couple practices and the kids have a grasp of it, you just want to get lots of reps and practice the footwork. How do you do that without boring them to death and working on the technique? So one way I've been using a lot with younger kids that works great, you familiar with 7-Up? 7-Up games? So we put dots. If we have 6 hoops, we'll put dots all around 6 hoops. And we get pairs. So let's get 2 people with the ball, 2 people with the ball, 2 people with the ball real quick. Anybody. We're just going to demo it. We're not going to run through it real quick. Okay? And on the whistle, we'll say everybody ready. So one partner starts underneath the basket.
See, good thing about being
the other
a coach
person
is
behind the
you
dot.
you don't have to
and
do
you
any
can
of
move
this
the
stuff.
dot to wherever you want, however old your kids are. You can come with me. I'll be you for 1 second. All we do is we pass our, so first one's catch and shoot. First team to make 7. 7-Up. So I pass him, he shoots it. Catch and shoot, I run behind. Right, we're just trying to get reps. You pass, fall behind. You're right behind me. I'm passing to you. So we got to hustle, make good passes. Okay? First one is 7. Everyone else has 2 push-ups. So we get a slight advantage. We sprint to the next hoop. We start shooting right away. So kids are getting catch and shoot shooting in. You can walk around, correct form a little bit, but you've already taught the form, and you can progress through skills. So now we're going to do rip 1, 2. So here I go rip 1, 2. You're going, Bear? I rip 1, 2 shot. I'm here. You got to rip one way, and you run right at him. And now we're working on pull-up jumpers in a fun way. That's a game, right? We go one way one time, one way the other.
If he dribbles to the basket or away from it, watch on
and
this
just keep, you walk right at him, he dribbles around.
This way, right?
Then we can do sweep layups. Next game, so we've won 3 or 4 games. Next, change it, stop it. Sweep layups, full speed layups. Keep going. You could add whatever skill you want, step back jumpers if they're older. But you can get about 10 games and tell the kids the group that wins 4 games total is the grand champion. And the energy they put into this, the amount of reps you get up with some speed is pretty good. And it's fun. And we play it almost every practice. It's a really good chance you just say 7-Up and you put whatever skills you want in. It's a fun little game. What? 6 hoops?
Yeah.
No, if you don't have 6, you can do this. So here's one spot, here's another. 4 teams of 3. You can do this in 3s, 4s, you just get in line. And you work as teams. Usually 12, an official team is 12, the youth ages could be 8 to 15, depending on what you got. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I would just comment on that. Are you a teacher at the school you're? Yes, and you're a volunteer coach. Okay, you need to make it clear to the whoever in the powers that be that you need more hoops in your gym. Right? Well, yes, I'm saying, because if you don't, I'm not saying they're going to, just because you say we need more, they're going to be in the next day.
No.
but you need to say to them, hey, I got lots of ideas I want to do, and I'm limited by the number, and I'm putting in all this extra time. Help me out. Let's get some more hoops in the gym.
I'm not saying we don't understand you all.
Well, nothing wrong with making people feel guilty.
Okay, everyone needs a ball. We're going to do some passing and catching progressions.
Everybody needs a ball. If you're participating, have a ball. If you're not, then you don't need one.
Yeah. So we'll come on in. Everybody grab a ball. Come on in here. We'll talk for a second. Grab a ball. Come on in here. We'll talk for a sec. Then we'll get moving.
Pardon me?
Where do you get those
You can get them, I don't know.
What's our
Sporting
time?
goods stores. I think Home Run Sports has them, I
What's our
think.
time?
Where did you buy your spots?
Home Run from the States, I think.
Yeah, online.
You can get them
I
from
think
Home Run Sports.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Home Run Sports.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah, they use them for elementary games and things like that, yeah.
So I'm the high performance coach for the province. I follow our provincial teams around. I do our CP development stuff. And by far the big skill that's emerging that's really weak is passing and catching. Boys and girls, more so in girls, but boys and girls. Our 15U team, girls, I think they average like 42 turnovers a game at nationals. They won a game where they had 38 turnovers. And the other teams weren't that much better. Some were worse. So it was a trend across the country.
I'm going to interrupt because I know he won't say it, and he's got to take a lot of credit for it. I don't know if you're aware, but this past summer, 3 of our 4 provincial teams medaled. I mean, they either got a bronze, silver, or gold.
No goal.
That's 15U boys, girls, 17U boys, girls.
Silver,
3
bronze,
out of 4. And that's the best we've ever done. And he has to take some credit. I know he'd take a lot of blame if it didn't happen, but he's got to take some credit. He's not the coach, but he helps the coaches do a lot of the stuff, too. So that was good.
So that was a huge trend. And like I said, I have 2 daughters. I'm coaching them, 8 and 12. Same thing. Passing and catching is a big issue. And so lately with our Center for Performance, which coaches kids age 14 to 12, and these are, if you want to use the word elite, but kids with high potential. So we have tryouts, we select athletes, or we select kids that are already good or skilled. And these are kids that are pretty good already, and they struggle with this. So your middle school kids will all struggle with this for sure. So for this clinic and for my own daughter's team and stuff, I put together this progression. And we do this in the CP, and we do it with her club team and her school team. So I want to take you all through this. It's pretty quick, and it's pretty fun. Everyone has a ball. It's pretty interactive. So it'll be on film as well. I'll email you this progression, and we could do it a bit so kinetically you get a better feel for it. Okay, so everyone needs a ball, and we got to go grab a piece of wall. Okay?
Without a mat on it.
One mat?
Well, with concrete or cinder
concrete.
block. Find a piece of wall that's got concrete or cinder block, and you're a decent spacing.
So the first piece about passing and catching, and I actually bypassing this because I call it ball handling, is all those stationary ball handling drills. Okay, I'm not going to do those right now. There's a ton of them on the web. But all the stationary ball handling drills, just coordination drills, right? Spider drills, all this stuff is fingertip control, passing and catching stuff. You should always do 5 to 10 minutes of this as a warm-up. Okay, there's a ton of resources. The passing progression, the ball handling progression, we'll do pass catch. I like to start on a wall. We do wall dribbles. So 50 wall dribbles with our right, 50 with our left, and all we're doing is just trying to control the ball, dribbling against the ball above the head of our height. Ball height is above our head. 50.
Get a good feel of the ball.
And do 50.
On those pads, get a good feel of it.
Fingertips, take the shape of the ball. I see some palm slapping over there, and it's not you, it's this guy.
With my left.
Yeah,
Keep going.
with your palm.
Try it with your left hand after. Right hand, left hand.
Above your head, above your head.
Above your head.
Harder. Now try and get up tall.
Right up close, right up
Pass
close.
and catch here.
Again, it's that wrist action, the same thing. Are you left-handed?
No.
Okay, now use your right hand. That's it. Try to keep it going. Now, your hands are small, and that's the biggest advantage, but try to make it as big as possible, right? So you get as much on it as you can. Stretch those
So
fingers
after
out.
we do 50,
That's it.
then
that's
we
it.
want to
Keep
do
it going.
5 arcs. So an arc is a dribble above our head. That's 1. That's 2. So we're dribbling and we're pushing the ball along the wall in the shape of an arc. 5 with our right and 5 with our left. Okay, so it puts a little bit more of a load on your fingertip control, hand-eye coordination a bit. It's a little fun sometimes. You don't lose the ball all the time. 5 with one hand, 5 with the other.
Get a good feel of it. Get a good feel of it. Make your hand as big as possible. Like if you have a small hand, make it as big as possible.
Okay, I'm going to use, who's got better hands here, you or him? Yeah, I'll use you. Yeah. Okay, next one, we'll just move on quickly. This is called partner wall toss. So I got a partner, you don't need a ball. He's going to be facing the wall, about 10 feet away, athletic stance, hands up. I'm going to whip the ball off the wall, he's got to catch it. Okay, it's kind of fun too. No, so basically we can start easy. Bang, you catch it, bounce past through your legs or toss over your shoulder, whatever. Get reps, okay? Go a little for hands up. Make sure your hands are up and ready to catch.
Really good one for young
Go a little
kids.
harder. Make sure it goes anywhere. He's got to be able to react. Whether it's low, high, right? It's just a reaction drill, hand toss drill. Okay, you could back it up, or you can, if the guy's pretty good, he's pretty good. We'll get him a little closer. We'll see how well he can catch. Ha! Okay, all right, you can whip it. He's pretty good at it. Quick hands. So you do 10 and rotate, 10 and rotate. You can adjust the distance. It's kind of fun.
Really good one for young kids again.
Give it a try for 30 seconds.
They gotta be like if you're very young and haven't played much.
Athletic
this
stance,
may be the kind
hands
of pass
up.
that I give you to start
Hands
with.
gotta be
I'm not
ready.
gonna be firing it like at the wall because there's no way they're gonna catch it, right? Yeah, exactly. I always say to them, make it easy to start with, and then if they are doing better, then maybe speed it up for a bit.
If it doesn't hit that target, it's gonna be a weird bounce. Good. Bent knees, hands up, ready to react. Good. High, low, could be low, a bounce. All different variables up high. Find it. Yeah, good hands. Yeah, no, okay. That was a little high. Yeah, that's basically the idea. And then you can just adjust and challenge them. And yeah, quick little reaction drill. It's kind of fun. Keeps kids
Okay, make it harder on her now. She's good at
pass and catch drills too.
Make it harder on her. Well, you can. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do something for her. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Bend these hands up. I put those hands up by your shoulders. At least in front of your face. If you hit your body, it won't hurt. Your face might.
You can give her a bad pass once in a while and see if she can adjust to it. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so where's my partner here? Partner and I, we each have a basketball. And there's a ton of drills you can do. You can find more. The whole idea is we're just kind of progressing along and just doing different things that challenge the kids. So you can mix it up, keep the same routine like Coach says. If you find a new drill, I always find a new one somewhere, and I want to try it. And so it's fun. So now we're going to do partner patty cake. Hands above our head. All we do is pass to the open hand. Nice crisp pass. Okay? So we're just going to snap, catch and snap. Ready? Snap, snap, snap. All right, we do this for speed. We can go faster. We could have movement where we're actually shuffling around. Okay, changing direction. We got a track. We could also add a bounce where we go bounce, pass, bounce, pass, bounce, pass. And we're moving. The whole idea is just on one hand catching and passes, and you can press it. You can put stipulations. We'll do 10 overhead, 10 bounce, 10 as we're circling, 10 direct, where you can go wide hands, wide. Oh. So you want to hit the target, right? Wide hands. So we're working on just different ways of catching the ball. Okay? You can do all types. So as a coach, you determine what the drill is. Play with that for about 30 seconds. You can do three-way.
Start just stationary back and forth, right?
yeah.
If you can catch
You're
it in
gonna
the
have
one
a number
hand.
of kids. You're always gonna have this. Where you
Start
got
just,
a kid sitting out.
okay, you've done
Yeah,
do this
just
one
make stuff
first,
up.
then do the bounce. Oh, you've done it already. Okay, that's fine. Hey, are you in balance now? Be in your athletic stance.
One hand only.
As you get good at it, change it up a bit.
Try and keep those passes direct, not a big blooping pass. Yeah, try and shoulder and a straight line. Straight line to his hand. Snap your wrist like a shot. So basically you're just shooting the ball to him. Shooting the ball, yeah. One hand catch.
Ooh, there's-
One hand catch, good. Control the ball, yeah. Okay, hold up. So from this, you can go traditional partner passing. This is where you get to work on technique. So now we're just going to bench stance. We're just going to do chest passes. Bang. So we do 20 of these. You put heat on it. Learn to catch and speed. Hit the target, right? Then we do step, open step, push pass. Right, left. Right, hitting target. I'm always showing a target, giving them a chance to really work on their fine motor skills. Step around the defense, snap the wrist. Step around the defense, snap the wrist. Bounce pass, right, right, left. We can do bounce pass chest, right, get used to a nice bounce. And we could also take a step back and do the quarterback toss. So we get a rebound, there's a guy streaking down the floor, touchdown passes. Kids like this, they like to take each other out, bang, throw with some heat, right hand, left hand. Okay, they can work on their ability. Okay, those are the basic ones we do in partners. We don't need to go over that, but we don't have to go over that. We'll keep moving. We've got a lot of stuff to do. So we're progressing on. The next one will be a V-cut drill. So now we're going to pass to a partner, and I'm going to go take my defense away, plant, come back to the ball. He's going to hit a moving target. I'm going to square up. He's going to V-cut away, come back. I'm going to take my man away, plant, come back to the ball. And we're not going to go in a straight line. We're going to go in little V's. Yeah, like a V. So take him away, then come back to the pass. Take him away, come meet the ball. Good. So I come here, then I meet the ball. Bang. And try and get your foot down, inside foot down if you can. Coming. This is kind of a boring drill. We did this in college every day. I hated it. But it's really good for your feet. Just do it for like a minute. Once they know how to do it, you just cut real hard, pass and catch. And what you're working on is not only the footwork of catching, but you're hitting a moving target. And you're giving the ball to a teammate as he's getting open, so he can catch and go right into a shot. Bang, right? V-cut, come back, I'm leading him, he's catching it, it's nice. Underrated skill. People just assume people can do it, and it's amazing how many people are throwing the balls all over the place. Give that one a try. Partner V-cut. Partner
You're going to have
V-cut.
trouble doing this with threes. So
Go ahead,
I would
try
say
that one
you
out.
take turns getting in. You may need some more room over there,
What?
yes?
You're passing like this step. Whereas I remember being shown like if you're gonna jab this way, you step this way to get the person behind you.
A V-cut, yes.
You want to do that again?
Back to the ball.
Do that one again?
Right? Now we're looking at footwork at the end, right? We're looking at footwork.
Anytime
So
you cross
once
the
you
line of your
receive the
body,
pass,
you're off balance.
try
It's
to
alright
step
do a
in with that
crossover
inside
step
foot.
forward.
1, 2.
You're a little stronger.
Well, it depends which way the hoop
Ideally,
is, of course.
if
But
you can get away with this, it's fine. This does give you more length to get by somebody,
Yeah, that's what.
but you give up balance. But you get, for a blow by, yeah. For a pass, so maybe you're really pressuring. I want to step by you and make a pass. The only thing is your balance gets compromised.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to.
When I teach the kids, that's what I teach them because I was always told if you step to make your pass this way, right? What do? You're gonna step with me and take that spot away, right? Like if you're gonna step and make a pass here, I'm taking this away, right?
and try to simulate like you're at a basket. So when you catch that,
I'm also
it's
like
got to
this
be a
when you're
1,
chasing
2,
the ball,
and like you're
and I
almost
just
ready to
step
shoot
around
it.
you. And I can
right?
go
So
higher
you're
or
looking
low.
at
There's
your footwork
windows
for
that you
shooting
can
the
pass
ball.
through.
Yeah.
I can pass, fake high, pass low, the opposite. You're right. Sometimes the defense is
When
like
you
that.
receive-
So it doesn't matter. That's the easier one. When I'm really being crowded, you have decisions to make. You can do that. Step around. This is still pretty good balance. It's when you step on that across that line, you're really off balance. You can still do it. It really depends, but you're off balance. Yeah.
Kids will take that big step.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of kids at your age that will do that. They're like, oh, I'm going to pass, and then they pressure them, and they just drop the ball. So if they're down low, and really if they don't have to move a foot at all, that's great. Just move to the outside hand and do that. Then if you need a step for length, that's fine. If you really need a dribble, that's fine. Then a crossover step. Yeah, it's just harder to balance, that's all. Okay, we'll
Make
play
sure
the
you
phone.
show them that eventually that, what did you call it? Japanese.
We're doing it right now. It's
Good,
next.
that's good.
Okay, we'll stop the V-cut drill. That's only supposed to be about 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, let's get in that deep corner. I need at least 3 people. No basketball.
Over here.
3 people, no basketball. Right here, 3 people, no basketball. At least.
This is a real good one. Watch
If you want to
this, a real
watch, you
good-
can stay there.
This is a real good
We're going to do
one.
this
Watch
passing
this.
drill in the half court.
Need another person here without a ball. Somebody come here, please, without a ball. Yes.
No, nobody has a ball. So here's our start dot right here.
This is a real good one. Watch this. This is, you should, this is a really good one.
That's our start dot. Okay?
Maybe start a little closer.
I'm putting down start dots. Okay? We're going to start wide.
An advanced group.
We'll be
I think
okay.
it's still far, but
Yeah, these are adults. So we talked about loading, right? How can we deload this drill if it doesn't work very well? Yeah, we shrink the triangle. If kids are really struggling, they can't make, you'll see later, but they can't make these passes, we shrink the triangle. We can increase the load by stretching the triangle or even adding another basketball. So that's another load, right? Maybe an overload, but it'll be a load. So what this is called, on the sheet, call it Japan Triangle Passing Drill. And I just found this drill this year, actually. The coach from the women's national team came in to do a clinic, and he uses it. He really likes it. And all it really is a real simple, full-speed lead passing drill, which people have trouble with. Targeting a moving target, catch without traveling, and make another pass. So how it works is, where's my first person? You're my first person? Start dot? There
you're first person.
You have to stay in the start dot. As soon as I catch the ball, it'll start with me. I'll say go, but as the drill goes, as soon as I catch, you're sprinting to the next start dot. As soon as he catches,
The next dot.
you're
As soon as
sprinting
he
to this
says go
dot.
away.
As soon as he catches, you're sprinting to the next dot. And I got to hit a moving target with some speed.
From a target.
You're going to catch it and hit that moving target, and we're just going to keep going round and round. So I'll always be pretty much passing about a third of the way into the triangle, maybe halfway. So ready, go! And you run right
Go,
into
go,
it.
go, 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 go!
Yeah. No, not yet. Get back here.
You're sprinting. You should have been there. As soon as he says go, you're
You
sprinting
wait
too.
until the catch.
Yeah.
As soon as he catches, you go. Ready,
Again.
go!
Okay. Go, 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 go!
No, on the catch. On the catch.
Okay, on the catch, sorry.
On the catch, the next guy goes. So you'll be over here. We'll start with a go now. Ready? Actually, you know what? Let's deload this a little bit.
Closer, yes.
Yeah, I think Ross is right. Bring it in a little bit.
Mark
That's
that
good.
down. I was right.
Because we still need
Doesn't
room
happen
to
that
sprint.
often.
Because the guys that are running are going to catch it all the way over there. So that's good. So ready, hit him, go. Go. As soon as he catches, go. As soon as he catches, go. There we go. Good. Good. As soon as he catches, go. Good.
On the dot, on the dot. You got to get the ball.
Good. Good. All
Get it
right.
back in, get it back in.
So wait. Let's make sure we load. Whoa. Okay, come on here. We'll start
Start
again.
here, start here.
We got a little out of whack. Okay. So what we try and do, we let them figure it out for a bit. We let them wobble, and then we say we're going to play a game. And we did this just in the CP, maybe the 3rd time in a row. So we just went right to it. Triangle passing, red team, white team, first team to 100 without a drop wins. 50 going to your right, 50 going to your left. They count out 1, 2, 3, 4 to put pressure on the other team. As soon as we're done 100, we're done on to the next drill. But it's competitive. You get a lot of good reps. You're working on your targeting mechanism, lead passing. We can walk around, correct them as they're going. It's a good little drill. Ready? Go.
Go.
You gotta sprint. You're
Sprint,
sprinting.
sprint.
Sprint. There you go. Go.
Here.
Oh, 0. Go, next one.
That's here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lead them. You got to lead them. Pass in front of them. They'll run into the ball. There you go. Get rid of it right away. Pass and catch.
No,
As soon as you catch it, you're getting rid of it before you travel. Okay? Wait, let's get a couple more over there. Just load up that one. We're out of whack. Start on your dot. Go. Hit him. Sprint. Whoa. See, with the shorter dots, if you have taller athletes, they'll be done before you even start. Good. Lead passes, lead passes.
Okay. Now wait. Now go. She can pass. Yes.
Good.
That's it.
Good, now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. Good. Good, I'll be there. Okay, right here. Okay.
And this is a good drill to do some rule teaching with young kids again, because if you see them, it's a good drill, but if you see them, like, can't run with the ball, right?
Oh, he was going to get rid of it. He was looking at him.
Yeah, so stop if you have to, and then make the pass.
So I'm yelling lead passing. You guys all know what that means? Lead pass. So if he's passing to me, he doesn't want to hit me here. He wants to put it here so I run right into it, especially when we're in full court transition. If I'm coming for a curl and shoot, yeah, he wants to kind of give it to me. But if I'm running, I have a target, a moving target. I got to throw it up to him so he can run into it. That keeps the ball advancing. It doesn't slow down the game. And it's easier for him to catch. He's not running back here trying to catch passes, bring the ball and pass without traveling. Okay, so it's a really good drill to teach that. So once you explain to the kids what to do, you can work on the V-cut. That V-cut shooting is a small space version of it. I'm leading pass. Now we're doing a big space version. Okay, you guys, that one's easy. It's on video. Okay, it's actually on a couple videos. It's on our video. It's on the Super Coaches Conference we had with Rich Chambers. Any questions on that?
I'll just show you a quick one that young kids will like. Let's get people around this circle, maybe one step back.
Sure, yeah.
Couple more, please, couple more. Yeah. Circle around this, about one step back from the black circle.
Ross, last one. We got a break for lunch after this.
Okay, give us the ball. Okay, very simple, very easy to start with. Okay, so you pass and you follow and take the place of the person you pass to, and then you're gonna leave because she's gonna take it if she passes to you. So everybody should have hands up, ready to go, right? Okay, let's go. Very simple. Okay, always pass and follow, pass and follow, pass and follow. Give me the ball, please. Okay, now that's relatively easy. Now stop. Now we're going to introduce the second ball. Okay, now this makes it more, we're loading again, right? We're making it more challenging. Now we always say a good teaching technique about passing the ball is you never pass to somebody without what?
Eye contact.
Without eye contact, right? So in theory, two balls should never go to the same person in this drill, because that person couldn't get eye contact with the same person. So you may have to slow down, right? Let's get another person in here just to make it a little bit more, okay. Yes, you still follow. Okay, so you're going to go first. Okay, now it's your turn. Now it's yours. Okay. You're not supposed to, but we won't worry about it right now. Now you could put it in another ball. Make it even more challenging. It's very simple, but kids like this kind of thing because, and then what I would be is I'd have a ball, give me a ball please. You know they're going to lose it once in a while, so I'd have a ball here and I'd just say, okay, don't chase it, let's get the next one in. Okay, stop, that's good. So it's very simple, but kids like to, have fun with things like that often. It's a fun one. There's a lot of movement, and again, there's some decision making in it. I've also done that where I've put a person in the middle. So set that again and then we'll end it. So go in that same circle again. Now I am the defender. Now you've got to deal with the defender being here, right? Which is more, we'll just start with one ball, right? Because that makes it too hard, right? So, well, you can do whatever you have to, because I'm going to challenge, right? I'm going to challenge. You see? So now we're making it have to deal with the defense too. So you can make things, again, more difficult for them as it goes along. Start very simple and gradually make it more difficult. Okay, we have to go in the room. Kids, I think what we can do for them is talk to them a lot about positioning and footwork and that kind of thing in offense. I think maybe the first thing, stay there. The first thing is a lot of times kids will want to play way too close and they'll either end up fouling or they'll end up getting beaten. So you should try to encourage them to maybe play about an arm's length away from their check. That's a good start, right? An arm's length away from your check. And again, I've found with young kids, sometimes in their minds, they think the purpose of defense is to steal the ball. Like if I'm on defense and he's on offense, I'm trying to steal the ball off him. But you know what happens when they have that kind of mindset? They end up fouling usually, or lunging after balls that end up giving open layups. So we've really got to encourage them to play good defense, and if I make him work really hard, he'll make mistakes. I don't have to steal the ball off him. Okay, then next, I think we got to do more than just say, okay, I'm going to stand here, you do whatever you're going to do, and I'm going to react to it. That's too hard defensively, because they'll get beaten. So we want to give them a rule or some rules, and I like to say to put some of the, let's put the advantage to the defense. So you see, there's two ways. I could force him by standing here. What am I saying to him? You're not coming this way, I'm making you go that way. Or if I stood here, the opposite. I'm forcing him to go that way. Now I believe, and you can decide which one. When I first started to play, coaches always said, never give person the baseline. So we were always taught to be like this, never give the baseline. That's changed. I believe, you don't want, where she's gone now, but if it's I used to always yell, no middles, no middles. Because I think if I allow him to come to the middle of the floor, he's got way more options. And when you look at it, these lines, like that baseline and that sideline, are defenders, aren't they? Like, I can do this. You can't. If you do that, what happens? You lose the ball, right? It's mine. So this is a friend. That's a friend. I want to take advantage of those things. So I want to push him towards those lines, towards those defenders. So where I want to be positioned then is I want to be here like this. So I'm saying to him, you're not going to take the ball to the middle. I'm forcing you this way. Okay, the expression we used was force and protect. Force to the closest sideline or end line and try to protect it. Okay, so we're not just going to play straight up, so to speak. We're always going to be, if he was over here on this side, come on over here. Again, now I'd be here, like this. I'm saying to him, you're not coming this way. I'm dictating to him what's going to happen. I'm not going to let him dictate to me what's going to happen. I'm going to put some of the power in my camp, so to speak. Then we always talk about in terms of the footwork. And again, when I was taught, they just told us to shuffle. Defensive shuffle was the expression. And we did it. We did it, but I was never really shown how to do it properly, I don't think, and I don't think I ever really understood what it meant. And then I went and saw a coach years ago who talked about what he said was the power leg theory, he called it. Now, it wasn't anything new to me, but the way he described it made it easier for me to teach it to kids. Because what he said, like, where's my offense here? You ran away on me here. Okay, give him the ball. Okay, I'm defending him. Now I'm going to be out this way, as we said, right? Now, if he decides to go that way where I'm pushing him, right, that's where I'm dictating he will go. It's that defensive push. Now, he says your trail leg is always the power leg. So I'm pushing off that leg. I'm pushing, push, push, push. Just like if on this side over here, it doesn't matter if you have the ball, you can make it look like you do. I'm going to be here on him. Now this is my trail leg, and it's push, push, push. And I feel that push on the leg, on the floor. Now to me, that's an easier way to teach it to young kids, rather than just say shuffle. Because now you want them to feel, if I'm going backwards, this is my trail leg, so it's push, push, push. And the feet should stay up, like he always said, you don't want any heel knockers. That's not what it should be, right? The feet should try to stay about the same distance apart. We have used, and you have too, you can get the big elastics that you put around on kids. And they have to, like the big stretchy ones that come around, and you see they have to keep them taut. You know what I mean? If you can get them, they're not that expensive. I have a few of them still left over. But I want to get that good footwork of push, push, push. Moving our feet, staying low again in our athletic stance. Nothing has changed from there. It's still in balance, still our head up, shoulder width apart, everything is the same. Nothing has changed. Sure, now as I said, we would load this. So for example, if he was my partner here like this, maybe we would start without a ball. I did what we called zigzag skinny courts. And what I mean by that was, there's the sideline, and this line was the other sideline. So here's a skinny court. There's another skinny court on the other side. The part in the middle was where I stood and yelled. So they never came there. Okay? And to start with, all we would do is this. Without the ball, he's just going to really walk to start with. You're going to walk, zigzag back and forth. And I am going to stay with him, like this. You're just walking. And I'm going to stay with him, right? Come right to the sideline, though. Come right to the sideline. Right like this. And I'm going to come right and stay with him. Now, we used to say, nose on chest is my objective. That's what I would want, my nose on chest. And he would zigzag me up and down. Then when we go to the other side, now I would walk him, right? And I'm just going to walk him back and forth. And he's going to be dropping, moving his feet. Push, 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 push. And again, kids can coach each other. He's got to be down low. He's got to keep that arm's length distance, right? Because you know what happens if he gets up too close? He's going to get beaten, right? So they want to keep that arm's length distance. Now when they get, you can get in, again, we can get in really complicated on this. When you get to here, of course, it's got to be drop this one down, right? And usually coaches will say you drive this arm back, like this, like this, like this. You know what I mean? And you're working, and you're just zigzagging back and forth. Then you would give him a ball, right? Now again, he's just going to dribble the ball, zigzag back and forth. I'm still going to try to stay with him. And when we get to the other side, I would be dribbling the ball, right? Then we would say to him, okay, now speed it up. Let's, really make him work this time. So he's really going to speed it up a bit. Now he's working on his ball handling too. I would start maybe with my hands back here. So I'm not trying to steal the ball off him. Because then if I get in there, maybe he's a bad ball handler. And then I don't have to work because we're working on defense here. So I'm just working on my feet. Push, 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 push. And he's taking me zigzag back and forth, a whole length. And then we go to the other side and we would change. Now I would have the ball and he would make me work. Question? Yes? The question she asked was, would we tell players to be on the balls of their feet because it gives them better balance? And I would say anything that gives them better balance, yes. Like you want to make sure they're always in that good solid stance. So we could have thrown that in from the very start when we said about feet shoulder width apart, weight evenly distributed, etc., etc. The only problem is I found we use that term. You know what that means. I know what that means. Some young kids will look, I don't have a ball on my foot. Coach, I don't know what, they don't know what, so we got to be careful with terms like that. What do we mean by ball of the foot? We're not talking heel, we're not talking toe, we're talking that, again, it's like the pads he talks about, on the fingertips, similar thing, right? Where you've got that good feel, that middle part of your, just below the toes, if you like. So be careful, I found with young kids, that you'll say the ball, and they'll just go, oh yeah, and they don't have no idea what you mean. But they won't ask. See, terminology, sometimes we get caught up in it. It's like he calls this, what do you call that?
Pinch post.
Yeah, pinch post. I don't call it that. That's the elbow. See, it's the same thing, but it's terminology. You know what I mean? And we got to make sure kids understand when we use terms. They got to get used to our terminology. So yes, I would say that's a good point because it is like boxing. Sure, no question, very much like boxing. Even though I've never boxed in my life and I don't want to because I don't want anybody to hit me, it's very much like it, right? Yeah, so we would do that kind of. And then we would say, okay, he's going to zigzag me maybe to half court. Okay, so just walk up here. We zigzagged all the way here. I'm old now, so I don't want to do it. And once it gets to half court, now it becomes live. He can go and try to score at that basket. So now, all he's done is zigzag me to half court. now I'm in a position where I have to actually defend a dribbler who is trying to score. So again, it's now making it more challenging, right? So we've taken it from where he was just walking me to now, then he was dribbling slowly, gradually speeding up. Now we're getting to the point where it becomes live at the half court. And then if we really get good at it, and we used to do this a lot, but this is at a varsity boys level, we would play one-on-one full court. Because I believe that kids need to be able to control a dribbler at that level. Now your level, you may not be able to. Like if they did it, they handed him the ball, he would be boom, he'd be gone, and he'd be like running after him, like, it'd be really tough. But you do, when the kids are ready for it, I should be able to hand him the ball, like here. And again, why am I here? I'm not letting him go middle. I'm going to take away most of the floor on him. If I go here, then he's going to bust to the middle, and boy, I'm in big trouble now for a lot of reasons. So I should be able to control him from here. I'm going to force to that line, and try to turn him each time. Turn him, we used to say, turn him, and then turn him back, and make him work. And if I make him work, first of all, he's only got 8 seconds in varsity, 10 seconds in junior varsity to get to the half-court line. And then we can cause a turnover. If I maybe make him work, he's going to dribble off his foot, he's going to do whatever. I have to steal it off him. So kids that are reaching for the ball and all that kind of stuff, get their hands behind their backs to start with.
Let's get on that, Ross. Let's get to the team shell.
And then the team shell, he'll do that with you. Because obviously defense is not just one-on-one. Okay, you want to do it or me do it?
I'll do
okay?
It. There's one point on a defensive stance, you want to be a bit wider stance.
That's a good point.
You want to be able to drop, and Mike McKay does this. This is your self-check for kids. Drop your elbows to touch your thighs, come up a little bit. Elbows to thighs, come up a little bit. Because a lot of kids will get wide, they'll bend at the waist, and they're not very good at moving laterally like this. Yeah.
That's a real good point.
Wide stance defensively, feet outside your shoulders. Drop your butt so you got a 90-degree bend in your leg here, and you're front loaded. So weight on the front of your feet. So now I could move quickly. Some of the old drills are that foot fire drill where kids are like this, they foot fire, you point this way, they push and slide, you point this way, they react, push and slide, you say forward, they sprint close out, they stay backwards, you retreat step, and you can point up, they got to jump for a rebound, foot fire, you point down, so loose ball, they jump on the floor. All ages, like young kids actually think that's a fun game. The older kids don't like it.
Why don't you show us?
My knee hurts. But you can incorporate that at least. They're having fun, they're getting a bit of conditioning, they're working on sliding, they're learning to react actually, because a lot of kids don't want to dive on the floor for a loose ball. You make it kind of fun. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard. I do it with the kids, I'm dead after a couple minutes. So what we'll get to is a team shell. So a shell drill, a defensive shell drill, is a drill that is used to teach team defense. That's a bit over. Yeah. It's used to teach team defense. So where you should be on the floor in relation to the ball. So I need 4 people out here on offense, 4 on defense. Doesn't matter, we're not going to go hard.
So defense on the inside, offense on the outside.
So 4 people on the dots and 4 people facing those people on the dots. So 1 basketball. You got it right there. Let's get someone. 1 more here. I'll be
1 more here guarding him, please. Yes.
So the micro fundamentals are how do you play. So real quickly, if I'm on the ball, arm length away, I'm digging, I got a pass deflector right here. I'm in stance and I'm shading away from the middle, forcing sideline, if that's your philosophy. Okay? If you're 1 pass away, I believe in wing deny. Some people don't. Some people believe in helping plug up middle, and then when they pass, you close out. I believe in being up the line. Here's the line between the ball and my check. 1 hand in the passing lane, I look down my arm, and I see both. If you drive to the hoop, all I gotta do is swing step, and I'm there to help. If you pass, all I gotta do is right back to here, I'm closing out. And then I slide them out. That's what I teach. Not everybody does. Some people give the ball here. They play here. If you drive, you come close out and you pass, then they just do a close out. And especially at youth ages where people can't shoot very well, but the kid who can drive can get to the rim, that might be better. As you get older, when kids can catch and shoot, some people teach don't even leave the strong side. In the NBA and stuff, they stay in the strong side because everybody's trying to dribble penetrate for a corner jumper. You leave here, you get rotation from the other guys. But that's another level. So, okay, so one pass away, wing deny. Ball's in the top, sorry. One pass away, wing deny. One pass away, wing deny. You're one pass away as well, so you're sideways, looking down your arm. Thumb down, palm out, so you can knock the ball down and go for a dunk. This foot's forward. This one's back. This is your flipper. There you go. If you're 2 passes away, you can provide help. So you would be on the lane line, right about here, making a flat triangle. So a big concept on defense, especially help side, is making triangles. Everyone in camps where they say 2 pistols? 2 pistols in your holster, shoot the ball, shoot your check. There's my triangle. If I got 2 pistols in the holster, could I shoot both? Pretty hard. It's a backwards triangle. You want to be in the bottom of that triangle, and you want to have vision on both. So I could be like this. If I'm really quick, I could be like this. Provide more help to the dribble, penetration. The only rule is, once he throws the ball to her, I have to be there on the catch. So throw the ball, I got to sprint, I got to have a hand in there on the catch. If you're cheating way too much and you're really slow and she gets time to catch and wind everything up here and shoot, you provided too much help. Okay?
So you're looking at the 3 triangle, or you find like you can go wider? Like
The ball, your check. That's your triangle. Your triangle's here. That he's not involved.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the ball's in the corner, keep it there. That's great. What's your position?
See, I just wrote in again, and I know for some of you, some people would not deny this pass because that what they would say is a negative pass. In other words, it's not getting any closer to the basket. And they would have him in an open stance with 2 pistols again, right? One on your check, one on the ball. When the ball was here, where is it? I'm talking, give me the ball. When the ball was here, right? See, there you have a choice then to make. Do we want him up here denying, or do we want him here providing help? Now, some coaches would say because that's not getting any closer to the basket, is it? So that's why they would want him in help. Other coaches, it depends on your philosophy again, here to deny that pass, because the quick reversal can cause a lot of problems.
So like that's called wing deny or denial. The other one's called pack line, where you pack it in. At a youth age, if you can apply a little pressure on the passing, you could have a lot of success in transition. So you're teaching good man to man, and you're getting a lot easier opportunities to score. If you always stand back, they'll pass around, pass around, pass around. There's no pressure. The youth age are not very good at it, and we need to apply pressure so they can get better at handling pressure. So it's twofold, right? If we sit back, they're not going to get any better at it, and our kids don't develop. So I like to apply pressure. So the ball's in the back here. So you're 1 pass away. If we're in a pressure situation, you're wing deny again. So you'd have your...
So you'd be, that's right, taking away that middle of the floor,
stance.
right?
So this one's
getting
forward,
closer
like
with the
a
ball. I
fencing,
hope you
it's
wouldn't be
forward.
that far. There you go.
This is your
So you're
flipper to
making
bump
her
him.
go that way.
Thumb down, palm out, so you can knock it down.
You'd be in here,
Right?
1
This
foot in
is
the
back
lane,
to-
right?
So you look like
With
this.
your
right?
open triangle. You got 1 foot on your and 1 here. So you see both
Yeah.
again, right? You got your flat
So
triangle.
this guy is 2 passes away. He's jumping off towards the ball. Bottom of flat triangle, providing a bit of help. This guy's 3 passes away. So he can provide the max help. He could go as far as the rim. Again, it's based on his ability. But he has a couple jobs. If this girl goes baseline and sweeps and beats her check, you got to meet her outside the line here, right here. You keep coming. And you got to meet her outside this line, is what most guys like to say. And we trap her. Drop
Take away
down.
that pass. To take
Okay,
away
so
the-
you guys have trapped.
and put them back out again,
He
right?
left his check. So your job is to take away the layup. One job, that's it. Okay, so you drop, take away the layup, because this is too high risk of an opportunity. A layup and a rebound. Your job is to jump off, and you got 2. So stay in your dot for a second. So your guy, he rotated down to take away the layup. You got to get in a flat triangle with the ball. Because what happens a lot, if you're too tight to this guy cuts right down the middle, makes it really tough on you. Right, so you got to take that away. Once you, it depends on what people, some people run 5 out, some people run 2 in, 3
Or a
out.
high post, or
They could be anywhere. It does, usually we say keep the post in the post. So I'll be here as a high post, my check will be here. So these 4 guys still do the same thing. Because if you start trying to jump in here, these guys seal you, and they're too close and too big to the hoop. Yeah, and I would keep that defender on him. And just say you're on ball side, you're on ball side. Keep it real simple. Yeah. Okay, so you're taking 2 away, make a decision, pass to somebody. Everybody freeze. Okay, he's gonna yell ball. That means, because he has 2 checks right now. That's not his check. He has 2, but now the ball's been thrown. He yells ball. He goes. You take the next one closest. You get around, you get around. Yep, you switched. And now you close out, you're matched up again. And now we're back to our positions. 1 pass away. 1 pass away, 2 passes away. You can provide a little help.
Now, right?
Okay, so find your dots again, offense. Find your dots.
You'd be forced.
Pass the ball.
Right, you'd be forcing away
Move.
from the middle.
Okay, 1 pass. You're pressuring, so your arm length away. Arm length away, hand digging, 1 hand digging in, wide stance.
You don't want him to come
Pass
middle, right?
deflector.
You don't want him to come middle.
Deny, deny, help. Good. Pass here. Okay, 2 passes away, so you can provide help now.
You can jump back in. Open.
He's denying. All you
Pistols
did,
again,
all you
pistols.
did was go from pressure to deny. You're on the ball, loading the other way. You want this foot higher because you want him to go that way. You want to encourage him to dribble that way. And if he does, he dribbles down. You're going to meet him outside the lane. Trap. You drop and take away the layup. 1 job. That's it. You got to get off, and you got 2. So you got to get the bottom of the triangle. It's actually a semicircle. See the semicircle arc? See my arc? I got to see the ball. I got to see him. He's in the mix too, but I can't just see these 2 because he'll back cut me. Yeah, because as he drives, he should be dropping. He'll be talking to you, dropping. You got to see both. This might be a quick pitch and shot. You got to be ready on that. But for sure, when they trap, you got to drop off and make sure this guy, because what happens most times, this guy's a shooter, and you're worried about him, this guy walks right in. And if he comes to help, I got here, or even if I miss, she gets a board. So you want to take away layups first, jumpers second. Most dangerous thing first you take away. Percentages, right? We've took 2 people, we've tracked, we've taken a gamble. Your job now is to make it really hard on him so he can't make a nice pass out. Try and get a steal or make it a real crappy pass so you can get a steal or you can get a steal. Okay? Yeah. I would say him because he's right here. So throw the ball here, slow motion. He would yell ball, and you would have to sprint. I would leave that. You would have to sprint. Yeah. If there was a big, you may push the big and you may switch. Yeah. That's a tough one, but that's what happens. And if you allow a crisp pass out of there, there's less time to do that. If it's a bad pass, you make him go around, more time for Greg to adjust. Okay? Whoever's the closest to the next danger takes it. That's the logic. He's the closest. He has the ball he can shoot. The next closest to an open shooter, next closest to an open shooter. They're both open shooters. You're already there. You got to sprint. Okay?
You go to any pro practice, like pro teams, they will spend sometimes at least a third of their practice on their defensive rotations. Yeah. They do. Because they have to, because they skip pass all the time and they got to know how they're going to rotate out of it all.
And their
they
skills
spend
are
a
very
lot of time on that. Not that you
apart.
should, but they spend a lot of time on it.
So this is a trap in the corner. And to your question, was it yours? That's man-to-man defense. But they trapped and we have to rotate. So by trapping in the full court, you're allowed to do that. And it's actually good that kids learn how to trap and read and rotate. It's part of their learning. And it's good for the offense to have to read that and move the ball quickly before they get trapped. So I'm not too opposed to that as much. Zone, yeah, where you're just not guarding anybody, you're just using your size. But having to think and trap and rotate, I think is good for kids. This can get very complex. That's the simple version. We also have this version. Yeah, you'd walk it through, and then we just, as a coach, we'd all be in the dots, and I'd go like this. Pass, and find your spots. So everyone will get to your spot. Then I'd say pass, find our spot. Pass, find our spot. Then we'd let the kids go at their speed. It's a little harder. Then we would do this. We'd pass, and this guy has to cut to the basket. So what's your job? Jump to the ball. So every movement in this drill, you always jump to the ball anyway. Think about your movement. You're always jumping to the ball. You have to take away this front cut, or I'll just get it here and score on you. Okay. So if I'm guarding you and you pass here, I'm taking his spot. I got to jump to the ball, right? Wing deny. If you're one pass away, we deny. It automatically puts me in good position. Now I got to follow this guy down, and I'm in between him and the ball. You can fill that spot, that's fine. You can fill the next one. Now I'm at the bottom. I'm in the help position. I don't have to run up to him.
On the dot.
We've all moved spots. That's a lot of teams run pass, cut, fill. So to the offensive question, this is an offense. Enter, cut to the rim, fill up from the weak side. Pass, cut, fill. Right? It's good for kids just to read and move, and they can back cut, they could dribble drive, same things. Okay?
On any cut, defensively, they always say you should try to, why he says jump to the ball, because if he tries to make that cut, I want to keep a ball, you, man. I don't want to let it become ball, man, you. Now I'm in trouble, right? Because he gets it, and now I'm going to foul or whatever. So ball, you, man situation. That's why you jump to the ball on every pass.
And that's the number one cut that kids will struggle with. Because you're asking a kid to pressure, and then you're leaning into your pass, and you just keep running. It's really hard to pressure and get all the way off and get back over here. So offensively, that's a great cut. Defensively, you got to make sure your kids are sharp, and they're thinking about that. Okay? So we do the pass, cut, fill, but the shell's the same, but there's some movement. Another one is you can pass and screen away. So what would happen, and you might see this, I don't know. I'm you for a second. I pass to this side, and now I walk down, I screen away. So what happens there? Right? You got to make sure that you're on the inside of me. So what happens on this, I'll be your spot, you come screen me. I got to make sure I jump off, and I get this wall, you come down with your check, and we form a wall together. So now when they go, you go, Greg, you're off. Yes, yours, we switch. Or you're down here again. You give me an alley where I can slide up, and I'm still in position, and you're in position. We just switch that way. Okay?
And they should be talking there.
Yeah.
Defensive communication is key.
Bottom guy or lady is the talker. Because I'm playing D, I'm denying, I don't know what's going on. This guy down here has vision for everything. Screen coming, switch, you take mine. That's perfect. We're together, we form a wall so no one can cut. I push him out, or I can even just say, let me through, let me through, let me through. So this guy's the talker in the bottom. So
I like on that one because I was never a big switch coach. So when that was there, I liked to be able, I could put my hand, grab him through and push him through because he's my teammate. I can do whatever I want with him, right, eh? To actually grab him and push him through that thing because I don't like switching.
So that's pass and cut, and that's pass and screen away. If you cover those along with your position in the shell, it'll be pretty good. At least your kids will get that idea. When the ball's on the strong side of the floor and you're on the weak side, you're ready helping, you're thinking, you're denying. As it moves, every pass is an adjustment. So the kids can provide backup to each other.
So when you're rebound, at what point, like hands in, side, or can you keep your elbows out a little?
Your arms have to be within the cylinder of your body, so you can't extend out. Okay. So you want to screen, girls do this a lot, protect their chest. Guys do this, they're taught to do this. I kind of always done that.
At what point would I come up and stop? Or would I just...
You have to jump stop before she moves. If you hit her while she's moving, that's a foul. So you want to get that down. As a defender, if they're screening all the way over there, I don't have to follow them all the way out. I can stay here. If my partner and I are going to switch, they can do whatever they want over there. Don't get all caught up in that. Yeah, they have to throw a skip pass over, and then I can close out and play D. Okay? If you go shell man-to-man D on the internet, you'll see a lot more variations. That's the basic stuff. Shell, 4-on-4 shell, man-to-man shell.
It's just the shell around the outside
shell
and
defense.
Reacting to different passes.
Very standard. That's
jump to every pass. Jump to every pass.
Half-court shell, man-to-man D.
They often talk about a closed stance and an open stance. A closed stance would be when you're on the ball, right? An open stance would be when you're two pistols. You hear terms like that too.
Okay, we got 15 minutes. Okay, so teaching rebounding and boxing out, a lot of people say rebounding is just a heart, a mentality. There is technique as well, other than just being big and being aggressive. All right, so here's a drill that'll help teach it. So I'll be defense. Defense has their feet on the outside of a circle. This is really just kind of 2 steps away from a target. So you can spread dots all around, get in pairs all over the gym. You can have a whistle. You're going to blow the whistle, count to 3, blow the whistle again. He's trying to get around me and get his foot on the dot to show that he got position. I'm trying to stop him. So how do we stop him? So arm length away, we start. Coach says go. Shot goes up. He's trying to come at me, but I want to stop him I want to hit him before he hits me. And most people, once they get a little contact, they rock by their heels, they stop. They don't pursue the ball anymore. So old school, they used to do this, turn and go like this and box out. The problem is you're really thin. And if someone does that, if he did that to me, turn and box out, hands up, like the old, I would just step around and go right by him. Okay, because I only have to make a quick move in about 15 inches of space. Where if I tee him up, call it a tee, bang, I got 2 or 3 feet to react. If he wants to go this way, I'll tee him again, and then I'll rotate into a wide stance and ride him off with my butt and my thighs. If I tee him up and he goes this way, I go right into my box out, and now I can use my lower body, the back of my forearms. And now it becomes a balance game trying to ride him off. Okay, so you ready? I taught you the teeing, so you be the tee guy. You're going to be the pursuer. So your feet are outside the
Your heels are on the back. That's it. That's
Arm
it.
length away. We're good. You got 3 seconds to get there. So you make a game of it, right? So we're going to make a game. Offense has 3 attempts to get there. That'll take me 9 seconds. Then we switch. 9 more seconds. Maximum total points, 6. Loser, push-ups for the difference. Makes it competitive. You do it a couple of reps. You've done some good technique. You can do whatever you like. He's got to stop you. Get in the stance. I get low. Yeah, there you go. Go. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Stop. Okay, reset. 1 point for defense. Where? Not a foul.
But it's only a foul, I'll tell you right now. It's only a foul. Putting an arm there is fine. It's a foul if you push, if you extend it. Like you can defend in the post. I'm allowed to put the arm bar on. It's a foul when you start extending that arm.
Especially none of them have the ball. This is off.
Well, that's what a referee gets paid the big bucks for, right?
Just like when and I, we do this. You're allowed to bump a cutter. Bump a cutter. You can't.
Well, you can do whatever he wants in theory.
Yeah, yeah. You make a fist. You make a fist and put it on your chest. It's part of your body.
If some of the girls are different sizes.
Sure, sure.
So I'm heavier than him, right? So if I can defend me, if I just drive, can I just drive?
No, you're allowed.
Yeah,
There's a lot
he
of
should be able to
contact in
hold his
basketball.
position.
It's not a foul.
No, again,
Ready?
that's what referees have to decide, right?
Go. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Okay, when he goes, the other part is he did a good job of blocking him. It looked more like a football lineman. But the other thing is a ball's hitting the rim, and you want to see the ball. So you want to be. So you want to hit him, bang, and I'm locating the ball right now. If he goes back here and I'm finding the ball, I may have to take off and go get it. This drill's a little exaggerated. 3 seconds hold is technique. We progress to actually having a basketball on the rim, box out, and we pursue the ball.
Sure.
One more
Or
time.
you're pushing off.
Go. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Good. They got into it. Good job.
He made this, so you would have at least saw sight on the ball at the end there, yeah.
And usually kids get pretty competitive, so that's good. The key is you want the offense to challenge the defense. If they just come in and just they don't want to do it, no one gets better. So having the point system and a little bit of reinforcement, push-ups or something.
And no matter what you teach in rebounding, like which technique you want to go, the old school or the tee and all that kind of stuff, the key always is the defensive player has to make contact on the offensive player. Like if I'm going to tee, or I could go, I'm going to tee, and then I hope he runs into me. That's not good enough. Or if I'm going to go like this, I can't just stand here. I got to, one way or another, I got to get to his body, right? If I'm going to go like that, I got to get to his body and feel that contact. I'm not going to drive him into the first row. That's a foul. But you know, this is your third eye back here, right? Use it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, especially young women, maybe they don't like to have a lot there. But in this case, this is good to have a lot there. Once you get that on that person, you know what I mean? It can be like running around Eaton's, you know, and all that. So use it. But the key is the defensive player has to make contact on the offensive player. Not vice versa, where I just turn and hope he does whatever. I got to get to his body, right? Get to his body.
So maybe just do that and have your hand down.
And sometimes that's hard for young people because this is where the difference between volleyball and basketball again, right? You know what I mean? Like in volleyball, you're on, but now there's actually going to be somebody pushing me maybe, and there's contact and all that kind of stuff.
Let's progress this one. So that was the technique. Then you go into a game situation. Where's my two guys? So you guys are off. You're right here. You're boxing out. You're on offense on the wing. So you're right here. Maybe we'll put them 12 feet, depending on their ages. Okay, so same thing. I got the ball. You're in wing deny. So this is the shell. Remember the shell? Yeah. So you're guarding a little bit. You can back up a little. I'll be here as a coach, and I just yell shot. Same thing. You're going to have to step and box out. The only thing is now you got an open stance. So you have to be aware of that. If he runs to the baseline, you're going to have to tee him with this hand and then pivot and ride him out of bounds. And now we play the ball. So once you hit him, you got to locate the ball. It may bounce off very quickly to you. You're trying to get it. If you get it, you play. You get to score. That's your reward. If you get it, you get a stop, and we'll add an element where if he gets the rebound, he has to find the coach again in balance without traveling and outlet it to me to get the point. You can stop that. You can steal it, knock it, trace it. All right, you're allowed one dribble to escape. Okay, we'll see what it looks like. Ready? Shot! Chase it, find me, find me, find me. Good. 1 point. And then we rotate, we'll do it again. Ready? I'll put a softer shot at this time. Shot! Oh, plant, find me. And that's good. And another one we do is give me two more guys in here real quick with these four. Two more. I need you guys, you're still here? I need you still. This one's fun. We end with this, a little more aggressive. I do it with young girls. They love it.
Here, offense here.
This is called hamburger. So we all know how hamburger's made, right? Just mashed meat together. So here's the meat. So all it is, the coach puts up shots. We're playing to 3 successful rebound and outlets. And this is how we end a rebounding progression. So we can go 1-on-1, we can do 2-on-2, we can do 3-on-3 rebounding. This one's more of an effort one, a nose for the ball. So you guys are all playing against each other. You're not on anybody's team. All for one. You want to get the rebound, you want to get out to me, you want to get 3 before the other guys. First guy out, 0 push-ups. Second guy out, 5. Third guy out, 10. Last guy out, 15. So we just keep playing. Ready? Shots up. Find it. Outlet to me. Find me. Find me.
You can take a dribble if you have to. You can take a clear dribble.
In a game, that's a turnover, so that's no point. He doesn't get a point. He got a rebound, but he turned it over. So it's good reinforcement.
You didn't tee him up that time, did you? No.
Ready, shot. Find me. That's 1. Okay, that's how we play it. And I guess like the smaller guys learn how to read the ball. In a game, they're not going to run in and lock guys up. They're going to use their speed. The bigger guys are trying to lean on people, so everyone kind of figures out how to be the best rebounder they could be. And it's a fun game. Seriously, I've used that from 8-year-old girls all the way up. It works out great, and it's fun. So that's a little rebounding progression I use, and the rest is yelling at people. No, I'm just kidding. The video. What's that? Yeah, they asked for it. They said, can we play hamburger today? I'm like, no, I didn't have it on the sheet. Oh, okay, we'll play hamburger. They love it, yeah.
Okay, we're going to end here right away, but I just want to throw in 2 things that I always say, and that's personal again. He might agree. If he does, it'll be a first time. But, I really believe that I've coached longer than he has. Doesn't mean I'm any better than he is, but I've learned 2 things about coaching. Number 1, like I'm sure a lot of you are sitting there thinking, gee, I don't know if I know enough, and I'm a little overwhelmed and all this kind of junk and whatever. Forget about that. If you go in the gym every day with a passion for what you're doing, and the kids see that you are excited and enthusiastic about what you're doing, you'll be fine. You don't have to be the greatest technical coach in the world. They'll learn in spite of you. You know what I mean? So that's great. But bring that every day. Have that energy, that enthusiasm, that passion that kids see. And you'll be fine. And as you do it more, you'll get better, just like we did. And secondly, and really maybe more importantly, never forget how important the job we do is. If you think you're not important in the lives of the people you're working with, you're wrong. You can become a very significant person in the lives of the people you're working with. And I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking about life. and about all the things that go along with working with kids and all that kind of stuff. And you know it like I know it. And you can become that adult who becomes a significant person that they trust and they care about, and that you will have lifelong relationships with them, like I have with some kids, and they're not kids anymore, that I coached. You know what I mean? And to me, we always got to remind ourselves about the job we have as coach is a lot more than teaching rebounding and shell drills and all that kind of stuff. It's about teaching life lessons and working with people and developing relationships and all that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not looking at, if it happens, if we're going to create NBA players, they're going to sign multi-million-dollar contracts and give us back some of it. I think we're slim, it's not going to happen. So what are we looking to do? We're looking to create better citizens, better human beings, better wives and husbands, and daughters and sons, and all that kind of stuff. And we can do that as coaches, because we can be that important person in the lives of these kids. So never underestimate your role as a coach, in my opinion. You are an important person. And you should be congratulated for putting up with us for a full day, if nothing else.
If not, Ross and Dan, on behalf of the group that are here today, I know that we've all taken away a lot of information. Your expertise is greatly appreciated. Please accept these small tokens of our appreciation.
Unnecessary, but thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
There are those posters set up.